I made it. Almost on time even. I'm so proud of myself now. Probably going like yes. I am chill as well. All that. I need to change my windows. I do apologize for being a bit late. As just happened, I had two things at once. For once, I came home and, well, surprisingly, the little Chronos was actually streaming. You know, at a reasonable time for Europeans. I watched them while doing the accounting for today, so I have that out of my way. And, well, next in line, for now, I had to make a call to my partner because I had some missing numbers that he wanted to send me and that I needed to put in anyway. And, well, you know, as it is, started talking a bit about, you know, next week's shifts and stuff, and, well, you know it, suddenly it's like 9 PM, and after dinner I go. Not good. Now then, let me see. Well, I think there's... no. Actually, I had something else open. And, well... this stream, I'm working actually on reducing the number of claims on it by going through every last one of them. I'm going like click, cut it out, click, cut it out, click, cut it out, click, cut it out, and well, lo and behold, YouTube is still like, you wanna do this and you wanna upload it, I don't want you to. I'm sitting like, nope. Bet YouTube don't want that, no. But well, I'll take it as, well, per usual, because what the fuck am I supposed to be doing about it? Now, the big side says no, I can quite literally not do much about it. But that shall not be a problem for today, because today we're playing Neverwinter Nights, as has been decided ages past that we shall do on, well, bloody freaking Fridays. For quite a while actually, depending on how far I'm going to take it, because there's still options and room for that. We could play just through the original campaign, we could play the next parts too if we wanted to. So, you know, there are options. Come on, play loud. Trying to give you as much time as I can, but play loud. Now then, let me change the window. And then the next window. Then I forgot something because I'm a freaking idiot, of course. Because there's actually music in this game. I know, surprising, isn't it? Now, it was one hell of a long week, so I'm kinda super tired. I also kinda overdid it maybe a bit in 2 streams, which costs directly sleep. Which kinda made it a bit more tiresome. But, alas, here we are, and we shall now get into the game. Now then, as for what has happened so far, well, our little paladin, in good faith, saved the day 2 times actually in a row by A, surviving the attack on the freaking academy, and B, actually factually managing to get one of the missing ingredients back from the Peninsula district. Now, Erebus was very pleased with that, going like, hey, you're a good person, sadly I can only give you 500 gold. I was like, 500 gold is 500 gold, bitch, I'll take it. And she also readily gave us a nice little clue for, well, where the next part could be found, which is the Poor District, the biggest nest, where the Wailing Death took its start and spread like the quite literal plague because, well, poor people, apparently. And then, with that in mind, we also hear that there are many zombies. So the poor are not only getting, you know, murdered by the fucking virus, the poor also get turned into zombies. I mean, that solves the problem. If no poor are left alive, then you have solved poverty, just like that, I suppose. Of course, us being a nice little, you know, paladin lady with very non-existent eyes under this helmet, has such a nice ability like Turn Undead. Now, technically speaking, Turn Undead should be an ideal ability for what we are supposed to be doing. Let me fold it up for you. Mr. V, Christian confers on it to flee in terror. The enemy activates 3 times per day, plus the cleric's charisma modifier. Previous level. Actually, I'm a paladin. Charisma are used to determine how many undead are turned. Use selected. Raises twice as many levels as the undead have hit die. The undead are instantly destroyed. Basically, if we get overwhelmed, we can use Honor's ability to make them run away in fear, as the double bitches they are. Which is good for us.
What can Tommy do for you?
Well, we'll find out. So, continue your story, because, well, it's important to talk to your companions. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to talk more about that. Let's just keep going with your quest, eh? Ugh. Little bitch boy. But yes, if memory serves, your companions actually have quests, and you can get items for that. Now, I do think that the one I want to have in my team is actually the Bard, because the Bard item, she gets you a cloak thingy, basically, and the thing actually gives you... Give me your nuts, so you will have... Conclusion. That's a name and a half. Is that you, my little friend, just from yesterday, eh? So, hello there. I shall not sacrifice my nuts to you. I'm pretty sure you're the guy who only has one fucking nut left anyway, so... Wait, can you do it? Ah, there's replacing the ones with lost, are you? No questions. Okay, nothing new. So basically everybody still talks the same. I kinda figured by the naming. See, you found your way to this nice little Neverwinter stream. So we can murder some poor people. Because, you know, solving poverty one way or another. Make peace with the gods, like the father before us were doomed. Yes, we're all doomed, I know. It's gonna be a fun and relaxed stream, and no nuts shall be offered. I shall forever live with 2 nuts, while you will forever suffer with just 1. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the Vegas district, not because of the enemy that is in there. I remember which one that is. But for the zombies, because it's actually giving me an opportunity to play around with my turn under that ability. Ah. That was the most gays hello I've ever heard. I'll take it. But I ask you some questions. Apparently I can't. Well, great. Like the whole district is in flames. Maybe give me some information about that. Well, Jan, I've heard of what you are doing in Neverwinter. I'm sure you'll sort out the beggar's nest in no time. He's basically inviting me to slay all the poor people that have turned zombie. I'm sorry, give me a moment. The smell of the burning corpses is getting to me. Okay, that's an understandable point. As if the plague isn't bad enough of its own. Now the beggar's nest is even worse. Have you heard? The nightmare there. Zombies are everywhere. We're keeping the city core secure, but damned if we can do much for the nest. As the area quarantine, don't you let anyone in or out? As a guard, you'll be allowed to pass. Other than that, we've tried to keep it sealed. The plague is worse than the nest, and now there's undead. The zombie threat is keeping people in their homes, so there haven't been many confrontations between the guards and people trying to break quarantine. I wasn't in his yet, but now I am. Hello there, little strategy member. I see you too have found your way over here. That's much appreciated. You are everywhere these days, aren't ya? So anyway, I should go specifically if I go inside that undead infested nonsense. There's a tavern. Of course. If there's one thing that is left in the fucking poor district, it's a fucking tavern where people can get a drink. Oh, wrong chat. Well, that's the difficulty of being in 2 chats, actually. It's kind of difficult. You have to kind of time it right, aren't ya? Well then, Arbon Ashensmith is there. Organizing people. Okay, so who's Arbon Ashensmith? A friend of the guards. I'm not sure of his official rank. He doesn't like to use it much. He prefers to stand with the rank and file. We're able to give you more information than I can. He's still there and alive, that is. Okay, this is the last outpost of city guards. Some of the other side of the gate, they were supposed to keep the plague victims from rioting. Now they must maintain the undead. This is an impossible job. We don't have the manpower to maintain patrols. Hopefully you'll be able to help us with that. Okay, so I'm not even going to ask, because most normal guards and people actually don't know about the Batavian creatures that we're looking for, because nobody actually knows there's a cure in the making. So what we're going to do is, remember what this quick save button is? It's G. I will never forgive the person who actually, every other bloody freaking game, your quick save button is somewhere along the, F buttons, like F5 or F6 or even F8. But now, people back then were like, G is a good quad button to set the fucking save game on. Like, no. Greetings, come to join the Legions of the Damned, have you? Bug's Nest, be the closest thing to the Hells on Faroon. Zombies everywhere. Advise caution, my friend. Look at me. Look at me. Do you see the plate armor? Do you see me shining? I'm a freaking paladin. Do you think I care for fucking undead? Look at that. Look at how, this proving she looks at him like, bitch, please. I'm a paladin. Well, I mean, a level 3 paladin, to be fair, but still. So, how bad is it getting in this district? Bad enough that I won't lose another guard on a hopeless fight. Let the undead walk. We'll pick them off from fortified places like the gate here. Okay, we stay barricaded. But damnation, why did they have to start burning corpses upwind? Why did the dead have to start getting restless? Oh, we lost a guard. Who was it? Promising young guard named Walters. A local boy that grew up in the beggar's nest. Shame, he worked hard. Pulled himself up, he did. And didn't join a gang like most of his friends. Now he's probably dead to a zombie. Okay, where did you see him last? As I saw he was heading out to patrol. Couldn't tell him not to. He's got old friends in this district, I guess. He usually patrols near the northeast end of the nest. Without the zombies, there's some shady types over there. Are there any safe locations? A couple, I suppose. It depends on what you call safe. I don't put much stock in what some people are spouting. So who would you trust in? Where's the safest place? We're looking for Harb Meshersmith. He knows what's what. Probably at the Shining Serpent, safest place in the district. The whole central area of the nest. That's where I'd go. Bunch of realists looking for solid ways to survive. Okay, you don't agree with some people's methods of helping. It's not for me to say. If you want a safe location, I'll tell you about the Sanctuary Jester's helmet set up in the southwest. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go there. Honestly, Jester, in case you have missed last episode and the episode before, has been an asshole. Never trust the red beer guy. Well, yeah, in this case, I would actually agree with you. Never trust a fucking Hellmite too, because they're fucking assholes. I wouldn't go there. Sure, the zombies avoided, but just don't put much stock in the Hellmite blessings. Fair point. A2, I mean, I'm a paladin, I have my own faith. It would be actually kinda questionable if I actually could get a blessing from my Hellmite without getting punished by my god for being, you know, unfaithful, now that I think about it. I mean, imagine, a paladin is basically, and that's actually the one point I will never get tired of reminding myself. Come out immediately. The way I disagree with the D&D classification of paladin. Paladin is a religious zealot, or a god, or their belief. They are frontline fighters for their beliefs. That is all a paladin is, basically. A zealot. Now, in the world of good old-fashioned Faerun, or D&D in general, gods come in many persuasions. They come as good, they come as neutral, they come as bad, they come as, you know, as righteous and law-abiding as some and as bad as some others. So the fact that I actually can't be a paladin for a, well, you know, evil-aligned paladin is actually fucking nonsense, because of course I should be able to. Which is the whole point why that is one aspect I find Pillars of Eternity a lot better. They actually allow a paladin in there to be evil, to be a mercenary kinda guy, because, you know, he worships the money, quite literally, not the god. Maybe he worships the god that is money, who knows. That's a lot better. Interpretation of D&D is very narrow-minded, and I mean, they kinda added half-heartedly. I think I'm diddling. Well, there are some diddlings here. Weak zombies, that is. Woohoo! At least my companion is very happy about it. Zombies turning up. Damn. I shall kill you with my ability of undead nonsense. Flee, undead monstrosities. See, he's afraid now. There comes another one. I don't want to go over there. Could you please kill him for me? But yeah. I don't know, that whole interpretation thing is really not my style, honestly. I get what they were doing, and, you know, they did add the Blackguard later on, which is Neato Cheeto. And you sell zombie meat. I don't even know if I can get zombie meat, but I'll try to get some by killing some zombies. Look at me fighting. Look at my gorgeous form fighting here. I am invincible. Also, I have a cool sword. Look at it. It's riveted and stuff. Look at that cool sword thingy. Okay, so our first, well, secondary goal shall be to get ourselves some, how to put this mildly, zombie meat, so we can find out if we can sell it. I don't want to die. Corona 1.5. I mean, yes, it is kinda, the waiting death is kinda, you know, it's a plague that cannot be stopped apparently, and no healing can do it. And it's kinda, it's like the coof. Just that, you know, What do you mean, good business? I saved your ass, woman. That's the best thing about it, isn't it? It's like, okay, thanks for helping me. No, she's like, good business to you. Runs off. Ah, yes, a dead enemy. Indeed, I would go even further and call it an undead enemy. Because now it is dead, but it's walking. So we need a new term for that. I don't fear you, zombie. I'm a paladin. Let me repeat that. I'm pretty much your natural enemy. Don't give a fuck. Okay, you know, my little companion, I'm really grateful, but could you stop pulling every last enemy on the map, please? I would like to actually plunder some shit. That's kinda how I roll these days. There. Look at that, here's green blood. Disgusting. The inhuman must be purged. Wait, we're not in Stellaris any longer. I can't purge the inhuman because, well, it's not an optional decision I can make. Ah, Stellaris. I kind of forgot about just how much nonsense you can do, but you can quite literally tell your Reich, your empire, to consider people like, you know, cattle. I had forgotten about that option. Now I'm rather amused that I remembered it. What a great game. Only in Paradox games. Well, I mean, not only in Paradox games, but they are rather well known for their nonsense that I rather enjoy. But for today we have our usual episode. Now I will try to finish in this episode another of the little part of the city, in this case the Beggar's Nest, of course. That shall be the, well, main goal for the moment. And, well, if you think this is taking a long while, Rimworld. Yeah, actually Rimworld is a good example. Jesus, I haven't played Rimworld in a fucking long time. Oh yeah, you can actually do stuff like harvest organs in that, can't you? Ah, I've forgotten about that. Good point, my little nutless friend. Oh, make a fucking good point. Yes, Rimworld. Actually, at some point, I kind of would like to play Rimworld again. What would be really cool, mind you, would if there's some form of co-op integration in that, because imagine playing Rimworld with another one and screwing yourself over and over again. It could be lots of fun in there. Ah, shall I get you to leave with hurting me? I will answer that I can. Yes, I'm a carpenter. I need information, bitch boy. Give me all you know about the Beggar's Nest. Couldn't you just wander around or something? What do you need to know? How bad is the effect of the plague? This is the poor district, so when plague first broke out, we were pretty much just walled in. No notice was really taken until it spread outside. There's mod for that. Ooh, I will have to look in that, because that sounds amazing, Ethan. You, my friend, are very, very helpful. I thank you very much indeed. Now we've lost a lot of people, but I guess it's bad in other areas I know too, and we're all on the same boat. Actually, let me write that down, because I will absolutely forget about that, I know myself. I'm going to shorten this. Rimworld, let's just call it multi. I'll remember at least what that means. That sounds amazing. Oh, hello little Snowy! See, you found your way over here too. Welcome to, well, now, shiny paladin surrounded by undead people. I just stay in here, trying not to get too close to the people. I didn't even let the helmets in. Yeah, I doubt I could stop even if I wanted. You could try to stop me. I would shove my sword up your ass so bloody far you can actually, you know, clean it with your tongue, but you can try. But then we safe places. Well, until you barged in, I thought my home was safe. He really doesn't let go of that point, does he? Suppose you mean places where the zombies can go. Shining Serpent might be alright. The Hammer Shrine might be good too. I don't know for sure. I've been in here for days. Okay. I mean, we will follow his advice and his groundbreaking advice to just wander around and find out. Only which, to be fair, is a fair point. If I just wander around long enough, I'll probably find everything. Now, what I love about old RPGs, you know, this guy we just met, bit of a cunt, isn't he? Quite a bit of a cunt. Now, any enemy, anything you find in this world, you can right-click on and go like, huh, what can I do? I can do my special abilities, I can talk to it, I can examine it, of course, I can cast a spell, I can attack it, I can murder it. Of course, being a paladin means I need to be, because the system is screwed as fuck, fucking the righteous little boy, or well, a righteous little lady in this case. Otherwise, I can't level up any longer. Now I have alluded to that we shall not always be a goody two-shoes forever, but we will start as one at least. Because, well, you know, what's the fun in a fallen arc if you don't have beforehand a good arc? A hero that falls is a lot more interesting than somebody that is just in aircrash. In a show. Do you want to hear a joke? Sure. I don't see a problem. If it's saying you, I'm going to, you know, Right click menu. Ah. Murdering things. How did the archer shoot arrows in the cold weather? I mean, I don't know. How did the archer shoot arrows in the cold weather? Come on. Tony, open chest. Use your magic fingies. Don't kill it all.
It's done.
Nice, healing. Healing is good. Stealing shit. Come on, little Snowy. Do tell me. How did you do it? What magic did you apply? Was it called Sure Shot? Because I swear to God. It's Cyril's Bakery. I guess it's gonna be full of zombies. Well, why am I not surprised? Joy, zombie. Your time is at an end. Well, I mean, technically it was already at an end because you're already dead. Ouch. It actually hurts. And you kind of forget. Snow bows. Okay, that was kind of funny. Also kind of dumb, but kind of funny, I will admit. A leaven bread recipe. Parchment details the ingredients and cooking instructions for leaven bread, a delicate delicacy particular to the city of Neverwinter. I shall steal his recipe and become the god of the merchants by selling special bread. Nuts is more funny. Well, I mean, to each their own. Like nuts. What do you mean nuts? You only have one nut anyway. Accept your fate finally. All you can do. Give in. Give up. Accept fate. Are there more zombies? I mean, to be fair, there's an undead apocalypse going on here, so I guess there will be more undead. Hello zombies, it is I, the friendly neighborhood paladin. I'm here to... smite you? Do I want to smite you? Kinda would feel like ways to smite them though. Nah, I don't think I will smite them. I'll save my smite. Because, you know, weak zombies are not really worth a good old-fashioned smite. Are you shooting again? Yes, he is. I mean, you know, little companion in all honor, he is very proactive, I suppose, is a way of saying it. Well, I'm not holding that against him too much. It does kinda annoy me. Hobby pair. But also, you know, since the zombies are so fucking slow, he can actually get away with that. How did you block me? Zombie. Huh? How did she do it? Explain thyself. Snowboy, do you like nuts? God, he's trying to recruit a Snowy. No, Snowy, run away! He's trying to steal your nuts. Tish, not good. I found a Gemini. Hello, Gemini. I hope you're a friend. You look like decent folk, and I'd hate for you to have sunk to looting. Well, I have been fighting the undead. You need some help. Do some. I'm probably going to be dead in an hour. I might know something about these undead. Why do you think that? Brother has been acting funny. He goes to a strange house just north of here. The undead leave it alone. He's not himself. I think they took his mind. There's a group in there, a cult. My brothers mentioned some kind of creature. Don't know anything more about that. All happened so fast, right about when the zombies started showing up. Aha! So, I have some questions about this strange house of yours. Any idea who lives in that house? No clue, but I know they don't get attacked by the zombies, and I know my brother's acting weirder and weirder. They don't want any visitors either. He uses some sort of key to get in, but it's not a normal one, some kind of magical thingy. Gotta have it, I suppose. I hope that means you'll try and find him, I'm worried. So you say the undead leave the house alone? It's the strangest thing. But right around it and don't attack the people going in. The brother said that the creature keeps him safe. Which nut mean? Be your normal nut. A question for the ages. Which nut is truly the nut that we're talking about? This nutty conversation. Deep. Very deep. So, I want to know some things about your brother. Tell me about him. What's his name? What does he do? His name is Thorin. He studied at a mage tower outside Waterdeep for a while, but never stuck with it. He's been a little lost. These nuts. And we have somebody new on the other side, on the Twitch side, who speaks in, well, that's not the Rune Moons. That's Cyrillic, is it? Bet. I have no idea. I'm going to welcome you anyway, as, you know, a nice little one. I will also point out that communication will be hard. I think he wanted something that had quick rewards. He didn't have much patience for books. What are you going to do? I don't know. I'd like to help find him, but I don't know if I could make it. Ah, you better stay here. I'll take a look. You just stay here. Suppose. I really wish I could do more. I feel so helpless here. He needs my help. I know it. The gold hider doesn't know of here. If you're going to look for him, that's where I'd start. Ah. God damn it, now the little nuts boy is starting to. T packed. Meh. Yeah. I'm sure that's how you read that. I will just read it, you know, as you would the normal Roman letters and just ignore the fact that it's a whole different set of letters because, well, what do I know about it? The answer is nothing. Very much so. I'm not gonna learn a fucking new set of fucking letters just for, you know, a stream or two. It sounds like a bit more effort than it's worth it. It would be like, you know, going like, hey, there's a nice porno I would like to watch, but it's in a fucking, I don't know, Italian language, and just learn the fucking language so you can watch it, you know, with the original voices and actually understand what's going on. Let me tell you already, it's going to be riveting conversation as usual. A little, hey, let's fuck? Yep. Riveting. Run away, zombies! You shall be feared. Be a dry master. Oh god, it gets worse. Now it's moon ruins. Help! Good thing about that, I don't know those either. Okay, dokie. I will never get used to that particular nonsense. I think actually he also has a you know, a German voice line that is pretty much the same annoying nonsense. Yeah, just kill a few zombies for me, will you? I'm just going to run around and steal some shit. Why people would hide fucking healing items in fucking barrels outside, I don't know, but if the people want to, I ain't gonna judge. Get over here, zombie. I shall kill you both of the power of... I don't even know. I don't think I have actually determined any god that I followed. Do I can see... Can I see this somewhere? I don't think I can I? Nope. He's not in this particular view. Honestly, the main reason why I don't edit a character to that degree is because the game is from the very get-go like, yeah, it needs to be a good one. Jesus Christ, you really called in everyone, didn't you? Hello, zombies, it is I, your master. I'm just here to tell you a nice little story about going to bed. Early. Don't run away too fast, it's kinda hard to attack you otherwise. Alright, next zombie. To be fair, this makes cleaning the area very easy because, oh, the companion just calls them from everywhere. Have you not managed to kill him yet? Ah, well, that's all free XP, as they say. Yeah, this is the strange house, isn't it? Yes. I think for the moment we shall ignore this, because I think this is the way forwards. A master, the proud owner of a sleeping stick in the lullaby.
No can do.
No can do, eh? Well, who knows? Who knows? The secret. I mean, you know, it's not like I haven't played this game before, so I do somewhat remember how this is going to turn out. But who am I to spoil? Such a nice little story. Also, I do like it. The first act is really the longest act, and it really feels like it's basically most of the game. So you kind of feel like, you know, when you get all the creatures and we do the cure thing, everything will be over. And the world will be saved and you will be hero. And then the game's like, no. Fuck you too, basically. And decides that things will happen. We'll see those things. Not in this episode.
Okay, dokie.
That will be... I mean, there are 4 ingredients, and we have... What? We finished today. That is, we'll have 2. So there's 2 more. Jawohl. Wenn du nicht so magst, sag nix. Denken. Well then, let me translate that for you, little Schnaue. What he's basically saying is that if you like nuts, then don't say anything and just think. I will not let you run into this particular monstrous trap, because, mind you, I please can speak that particular language. Never try to use German in my chat, because I am German. See, he said something. He doesn't like nuts. So, what is your thought on Roe v. Wade?
It's done.
Pretty much nothing I could compile down enough to get it across while at the same time trying to play a game. Generally speaking, I'm not happy with the result, honestly, but that will probably take quite a bit of focus away. But basically you have to stop playing the game for a bit and actually focus on what I'm saying in order to get my thoughts in a nice and orderly manner. Yeah, well, it is not a no comment, it is a very short-handed comment, basically. Come on, die. Evil zombies. Slaying evil in games is so much easier than political debate these days. Of course, everything needs to be politicized to no end. Such a pain in the ass. Quite literally, actually. Oh, a zombie. I don't know why my character decided to immediately turn around and go like, nope, I don't care to be here. But hey. The good thing is, since everyone is dead, it's technically speaking not stealing. I'm not committing a crime by taking their stuff. I mean, they're dead and zombies don't have any rights. Actually, a whole other situation. What is the law saying about zombie rights? Are they protected? Because I really don't think so. It's called a bad game engine law. It's a working game engine, which is, you know, quite nice, and you can actually finish this game in one sitting. And it doesn't need like 10 fucking patches in order to do so, so compared to more modern engines, I would say it does a pretty well job. Anyway, you've seen the Wayward film trailer yet? I have it open, but I haven't watched it yet, so the answer is for the moment no, but I will actually watch it later. I wanted to watch it today, but I was a bit too busy to actually sit down and do much of anything. But I will watch it and see what's the hype about. Because I've heard actually quite a few people talking about it, which, to be fair, you know, it's all nice and dandy. They hated people. You know, we couldn't find a more creative name. I mean, you know, better than some people I know, I can tell you that much. To be fair. Yeah, some people really do have a hard time finding names, I can tell you that. Because I know them. If you give them an option, they will either choose the default option, or they will sit there for like 2 hours thinking about a freaking name, and I'm sitting like, you just want to play a game. Ah, reminds me of the good old games. So, you know, back in the day when we had very, very old, you know, N64 racing games like Cruisin' USA, for example. When you actually made a race and you could enter 3 letters to identify you. Well, for some people it's just easier to just press through AAA and be done with it. And actually entering a smart little short handle. To each their own. As long as it works. I'm assuming this goes out. Yes, this goes out again. Basically from the people who worked on the footage arena. That much I know. It's also the reason why I'm actually interested in watching it for once.
No can do.
That's why I'm going to watch it, but I have, how to put it mildly, working on games the same session. Yeah, but still, I'm going to be very, 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 very careful with my expectations, because, well, modern times have not really proven to be, how to put it mildly, promising when it comes to games. Many a time. So, you know, I'd much rather stay my expectation at a very low level. I'm skeptical, but I'm curious. Well, curiosity is very much the appropriate reaction here, I think. Let's be curious but careful, because those people, who knows? Maybe it will end up the same way as usual, you know, you will get an S-load of fucking promises and, well, nothing delivered. That isn't Bethesda. A team that dropped out when there was a discussion over Elder Scrolls 3.
I greet you.
First, I didn't like the plans for the game. Questions. Anything new? No. So you have the same answer as everybody else, which means we shall excuse ourselves outside again while we steal your shit. Mr. Nutty Boy. That's a name and a half. Quite a name and a half. There was a zombie close by. And yeah, you left the great zombie meat. I don't think I have yet ever to find zombie meat. I mean, I'm trying to find some. Has so far proven to be rather hard. I think this is actually the academy? Yes. What to say? I know that building. You can't actually enter it because, of course, the academy attack has already happened. As we're here outside already. Can't enter again. Just follow the way, but where is the way going? The full wagon, it has a whole 5 fucking coins in it. Ain't really feeling it. Okay, we might wanna talk? Continue the story? Yeah, fuck you too. Yeah, basically at some point I would have to talk to all of the companions. And I think actually the next part of the stories I will tell you in the next chapter. Maybe, potentially. And it's been a while since I played this, so it's not like I remember everything per se, but I do remember some things. Die, little zombie, die! Would you please, stop being an asshole and go down? Thank you. Much obliged. Very much so. The good thing is... I mean, you would assume that stealing all of their shit would be considered an evil act, but nah. They're dead. They don't have rights. That person just stands there like, I don't even give a shit about a zombie right in my fucking bedroom. I mean, why would I? It's not like I'm, in danger or anything. It's a clap. +1. It's a magical item at least, which means it will sell for a bit. Like the gorge, it's a friendly face. Shooting one end up like those boys. Yeah, like who? The South Coast boys. These ended they were the gang I was in, so they would look out for me, Wasn't having anything more to do with them, not after what happened to Droll's rivals. Now they're all dead and Droll's some kind of monster. Who the fuck is Droll? I mean, no way. Droll and his lieutenants are worse. I saw them for a second. They ain't lumbering or slow. They look really evil now. Hello, cowboys. Guy with red beard. Dum dum dum. Hello. A guy with a red beard. A beer. You shall be red bear. Yes, that is fitting. I probably can remember that. Hello there. So, still of a gang, but I don't know who he's dealing with now. I bet he gave over everyone just so he could be powerful. And some people are just assholes like it. So how and who did he deal with? I don't know. At first I thought that he had something to do with Game of Firefox, but now they're all on it too. They're all wandering around the warehouse. They already murdered the warehouse. Like the Droll put them on display, like with all his rivals, making a point. So, who are these Circus boys? Me and Crystal. Just one of the boys. Okay, I'm not important enough to come after. Like or no, I'd be over the wall. I was. What Droll did to the others. I see. They are trying it again. Go on. Try it. Okay, Circus boys, Droll let him take over a warehouse. Okay, so I can go probably there. I'm leaving. What are you doing? What happened to the rivals? Some of the guys they wanted to blah 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 get out of the town, saved their skins. Everyone should stay. And he changed into something. Everyone is dead. Zombies, but different. Okay. How did he do all that? I tell you, he's got something. Something is probably more fitting, backing him. Don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with the zombies everywhere. You don't say. How did you come to that conclusion? We have a nut. Still have a single nut. I could be an asshole and try to stop this, but who am I to stop it? Sure what they want to roll though. I guess it's really easy to please. Makes him a pretty good target actually, now that I think about it. Just as long as he's strongest guy in the block. I just hope he doesn't come looking for me. I'm leaving. What are you gonna do? Ain't going anywhere. I ain't ending up like them. Not even draw if I can help it. Okay, just stay in your little home. Do nothing. Do nothing, hear nothing. Let me rest in your home for a bit. Count like a plan. But it does seem like we once again ended up with a single nut. Well then, little mister, I only have one nut. And now what happens now? You shall be nutless. That's pretty damn harsh. But hey, the life you choose. Nutless life. I love anything that we have now. Open up sesame. Give me change. Very good things. Place up there seems to be safe-ish. You know the nut way. Well, I probably know it better than you because I still have two of them. You will fight for nuts. Will I though? Maybe I will just sit here and laugh. Who knows? Who knows indeed? Now then, before I go up there and get myself murdered by some guards, it will probably turn into zombies at some point. I shall look around.
It's a long day.
You're dead. I can punch you if you are. Who the fuck are you? Me Hector. Me work for Aldo and work hard. Gotta find wagons parts. You wanna find broken stuff? See any not broken anywhere? Sorry, I don't have any wagon parts. Aldo will be mad. He doesn't want to leave his stuff behind. He sure likes his stuff. I do too. Maybe you could come with me to tell him there's no parts? He gets real mad sometimes. Sure, where is he? Good, already standing in the middle of Beggar's Nest. Just don't let him bug you, he gets mad. Key. While we're at it, let me steal some shit. An official document. That's not saying anything. It's like being, no. Can you kill the NPC? I mean, in this game, you can quite literally kill anything that walks around, even if it breaks your quest. That's not a problem. So yes, I can indeed kill the NPC if I so desire. I don't desire it right now, but don't let me Google you here. I will at some point become a bloody freaking mass murderer. Could say just to prove a point, but alas. But where the fuck was that guy? Pretty sure he was here. Indeed, that's actually one of the advantages of very old RPG games like this. You have a lot of freedom that you can use and abuse as you see fit.
You just watch yourself. If you're dead, so help me, I'll make you deader.
I want to see you try, bitch. Ah, easy. I'm not your enemy. Bad ones don't talk back, so I guess you're okay. Can't blame a guy for being careful, though. Hey, what are you doing with Hector? Hull folk, idiot was supposed to get us some wagon parts. I tried, boss. Ain't no parts nowhere, though. I swear it. Alright. Relax, you lummox. Let's just figure out what we do now. Time to bend ship, Alwager. No parts means no wagon. Ah, well. Thanks for bringing Hector here, friend. I think we'll find our own way out now. Since staying. Sure as a fine wagon, though. I'll miss you. Just kill him. The problem is I am a paladin. If I start randomly killing NPCs, my alignment will not allow me to progress as a paladin any longer. And while I did allude to very, very pointedly to it, I will consider a fallen story arc for my little paladin. Time is not now. First you need to become a really, really nice and strong paladin before you can just decide to, do the whole falling part. Otherwise it's just not the same. Which means, for at least a while, we will be a true and obvious goody two-shoes. Then we will fall. Probably by doing just that. A bit of, a civilian massacre, basically. Because that's how it should be. A hero should fall. If you just be evil from the get-go, it's kind of boring. Like, everybody can be evil. I need more sustenance than that. I need to be good and proper. Then fall. Because then it's a lot more fun. At least in my personal opinion. Also, to be very fair, most RPGs, to some degree at least, lend themselves a lot better to playing the good guy than the bad guy, just because of how the story is set up. So, I mean, what the fuck? Would the good guy actually go out of his way to fucking try and save this city from destruction? The nice, evil, selfish guy would be like, well, fuck it, I'm going to get out of here. You just try to stop me. Which is a fair point. It is kinda, going to hell. Quite literally, so Can't really blame people for that. Oh, they found prey. Shall save you. It's dead. I'm getting attacked. Well, that didn't work as I intended. Okay, my little Tommy. I know you think you are just that good of a fucking archer, but I would like to point out using a freaking bow in fucking close quarters is a very good recipe for getting killed. But he is just that much of a freaking asshole about it. He's just like, I can't take it. I have fuck. He's nobody. Do you like some pizza with? Man looks well equipped and ready to fight. He doesn't have a uniform, so he's a mercenary or an adventurer. And likely dangerous. Dangerous? I mean, so far I'm not too impressed. Honestly, they're kind of weak guys, aren't they? But who might these strangers be who attack us? While we're looking for the cure, who could these evil bastards be? And would it actually work to smite them? Question for the ages, isn't it? Let's try. Oh, it failed. Well, that answers that question, doesn't it? It's like, hey, smite evil, and they're like, no.
I greet you.
That's very nice, but you could also say thanks for saving your ass and getting attacked for it. Oh, I think I've made him shy. Good little showy. Oh, maybe he's actually doing something else. That's, of course, you know, an unforgivable crime against humanity, doing something else while I'm doing shit. But maybe, just maybe, he's doing something. Shining Serpent, that's actually the thing they told us to go into because it's quote-unquote safe. Quote-unquote. Pokey Dokey will be here much often. Actually, before we go into one of the other areas, we could potentially pick up another companion, but, you know, the problem is this. If I don't take him, I have nobody to open my chests. And if I start bashing chests, you'll see us standing in front of a chest for like 5 minutes trying to bash it open. Which is, you know, fun and entertaining. I mean, it's fun and entertaining to just play that, let alone watch that, so I would kind of like to avoid that. To be fair. Could also say that not even I'm that freaking masochistic. I would do that. I hear some poor people screaming in the background. Rather pleasant sound, isn't it? Probably some zombies eating something. But, yes. Flesh of the living. Tasty.
I simply can't carry all of this.
Well, no, you can. You're just getting slower for it. Okay. While we go into the Helmet Temple. Kinda don't wanna. Mostly because I don't trust those assholes, honestly. I mean, I am a religious zealot, of course. But, you know, that's okay. Was it me? These guns, however. I mean, they're led by a quite literal asshole, so I kinda don't feel like putting my trust in him. Has been a bit of an asshole to me personally, which I kinda disagree with. Just kinda disagree with. Hello people, it is I, God. You mind if I steal some of your shit? Hey Drake.
Ah, I've heard of the impact you are making in Neverwinter. Good to know you are on our side today.
Yep. I've never seen an infestation like this. Undead fester over time, but here they rise before corpse even cools. I've seen how dangerous the undead can be. We need right now some order in the streets. People need help, first and foremost. We need you. Once people are safe, we can find the source of these undead and get down their throats. Sure. Urban agrees and will reward people accordingly for helping. I'll poke around on my own without your guidance. Where do you think this threat originates from? Unknown. Great. We don't have demand for simple information gathering. Better we find out what is going on and it's plague related. I will look into it. If anything, keep us informed. We must know what we're dealing with and if it's connected to the plague. So didn't I pick up a... Yes I did. The Journal of Marcus Penhold, a young mage. His lines are uneventful, although the last entry is now likely more prophetic than the writer might have wished. I've hidden with the rest in fear of the plague, but I have no such anxiety about some pitiful shambling zombies. The brother waits at the shrine the helmets maintain in Beggar's Nest, but I will not be joining him. I need something real to fight. A mage deciding to fight zombies. That's a bad idea. I mean, you would assume it's a halfway good idea because he can fire, you know, magic shit at them, but that doesn't work. Do you have infinite inventory? Oh no, you don't. I have not only limited in the number of tabs I can actually fill up with inventory, I also have a weight limit, and I'm over right now. Which means I'm getting slow. And I will get even slower.
Well, hello to you.
A drink times is tough, and the body could use a little lubrication to keep moving. I'm walking blind. I need more information about the undead. I don't blame you. I'm crazy around these parts. Was the plague than this? We'll be walking to Verons before we're through. Where are the undead coming from? The die. You don't say! The undead come from the corpses. Yeah, wow. And the people that die of plague seem to rise from where they fall. There won't need a great graveyard into the north. I mean, go figure, the place is full of the dead. What are the warrants? Sorry, local superstition. The warrants of the damned, burying deeper beneath the dead to the very dormant of the hells. What the crypts beneath the great graveyard? People imagine the worst because they are out of sight. It's nothing. You're fighting back against the undead. Our Messersmith here, the celebrated undead hunter Drake. He won by Eat the Most Pickled Eggs Jamboree 2 years running. Respect. You deny it, won't even let you ask, but just you think about that when he's being oh so serious. Oh, Nestor's helmets are in the district somewhere too. Set up a sanctuary, I think. Okay, so far we have learned not much helpful information, apart from that there's apparently a giant graveyard. I'm not an expert, but if there's a giant graveyard, if you have a problem with the undead, then A, going there is probably going to be dangerous as fuck because of lots of undead, of course, but for some mystical reason that no one would ever assume why, necromancers and the like graveyards.
What would a person of your manners be doing here? I've only a minute, so your introduction must be quick. Too much to do.
Well, you know, pledge your name, I'm helping Erebeth. Short enough. You expected green recruits, but I've heard how you've been helping find those blasted Rotavian creatures already that you've come. Is there any bosses? Well, yeah, there are bosses. Basically, in the first chapter, every creature that you need to collect, and we are looking for a intellect devourer, which we already fought. It was a boss fight most peculiar, because basically what he does is he starts in one of the NPCs, and when you kill the NPC, he just comes out and takes another guard, takes him over by eating his intellect. Not that a guard usually has much of that, but alas. And you do that until there's no guards left, and then you fight him himself, which is a rather long fight, and before that you have to fight a mini-boss to get to him. Next on the list we have to fight a UNT, one of the snake people. Very nasty creatures. And what else? There is a cockatrice, I think, and oh yeah, a dryad. A dryad, or was it a nymph? My memory sucks for names, but alas. Secret blows, if you kill him, she gives 50 level. This is a Western RPG, there are only 20 levels. If you get 50, you're cheating. Even epic levels will only take you, I think, to 40 at best. I see you lying there, just as I expect of a little boy with the one nut left. Ah, it's a mess right here. We've got a zombie infestation and it will be your job to root out what's behind it. It's always my job, isn't it? Why am I so busy? I had some things about the Sword Coast Boys gang and a little about a local cult or some such. I think they have something to do with the undead. I may say something you already know. I don't repeat what the gods have feared. Some of this you probably did yourself. Tell me about the Sword Coast Boys. Russell fears that the Sword Coast Boys have made a deal with a strange creature. The leader, Droll, has become a powerful undead. Alarming tales, but I can't spare anyone to check out the warehouse the gang uses as a base. Perhaps you could. That, for example, would be a boss encounter. If we go into the warehouse and we go down, we'll meet a, well, a mini-boss, basically. A mid-level boss. It's in the north, but I care. So tell me about the local cult. A boy named Germany suspects the local cult has something to do with the undead. Claims some sort of creature keeps their estate safe from the zombies. Of course, he may just be worried about his brother, and they can't spare anyone to investigate the estate. That's in the northwest if you want to look. Farewell. I've heard all I need to know. Now let me go upstairs and plunder your store, please. Then we probably have to teleport back and sell some shit because we are slow. I don't like moving so slow. More realistically, because well, who would be fucking running everywhere? But alas, it's also rather annoying. Brim, brim. Brim, 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 brim. Bam, yeah, Mariah of money. Not much money though. I mean, honestly, who stores like one bloody freaking coin? I mean, it's a lucky coin or something, but you know. Not something most people would do. But oh well, you know. As I said, most classical RPGs, running around every room and stealing all of their shit while nobody's home. Even if they're home, it's kinda your, you know, right as the protagonist of the story. It's kinda tradition, isn't it? Open chest, please. Actually, his pathfinding, surprisingly enough, works actually a bit better when you do the slow run, which is annoying. Sneak, 99 level. Yes, I'm a very good sneaker. Technically speaking, as a rogue, you can actually use a sneak and hide in shadows mechanic. Not so much if you're a bloody freaking paladin and you run in fucking full plate armor. Technically speaking, I think I could use it. I should be able to. But that, of course, would be honestly ridiculous. A suspension of disbelief to some degree, but if you tell me that somebody in full plate armor can sneak anywhere without making a racket like no one's business, I'd be calling you a liar. Right to your face. You're like, now. I shall not believe that. You just teleported there, you little bitch boy. Tommy. But yeah, in this original campaign, there's actually a few things I do think they actually did better with the later modules they did. Shadows of Undead and stuff like that, because right now I can't actually go into his inventory and edit it, so I'm somewhat limited in what I can actually do with him. The next one you actually can, and that is quite helpful, let me just tell you. Because like this, he's basically forever bound to be somewhat mediocre at best. I also do like that the next few games actually give you the option to kind of customize your companions a bit, because, well, in the beginning you're basically in a situation where you can choose your companions and you can actually tell them to focus more on one thing or the other, class-wise, so you can actually fine-tune them to your taste quite a bit more. Something I do find rather, you know, pleasant. I mean, I get where they're coming from. They are hired help. Of course, you wouldn't have any say in how they do things. But still, you know, some good old-fashioned player privilege would be nice. To the point where, you know, they actually understood that at some point. We're like, hey,
But one small step towards our ultimate goal, but it gives me hope.
I'm healed. I have saw the light. Bidding. No, then, that's, I think, thing I need for a quest, if memory serves. I need to order my inventory a bit. Oh, hello there. Mr. Big Boy, look at that. He's a boy, but he's big. I shall be, well, I shall be boy for the moment. Hello there, boy. How are you on this finest of evenings while we're playing Neverwinter Nights? Oh no, don't drop that shit, you idiot. Actually, I can. Ooh, look at that, I can strafe. I'd completely forgotten about this. Now I'm amused by it. Very much so. Nut boy, of course. Mr. I only have one nut immediately jumps to nuts. The new nut boy. Don't worry about it, boy. He's just, you know, a bit displeased by the fact that he only has one nut left. It was his bed, he lost it, and now he's kinda grumpy about it. What do we have? Closer concentration. I'm not a spellcaster, thank you very much. Not actually know if I can do anything with that recipe, but I'm gonna keep it for the moment. Then we have the fairy dust. Yeah, I'm not into drugs, thank you very much. 1.88, 4.46, 35.6. That's a surprising number, but I have no clue what you're trying to tell. Elaborate. as they say. In great detail. You can. Anonymous letter, that's the one that's like, then we could possibly have hoped. But it will prepare for the wailing death discovered. You must be everything in your power to prevent from ending the plague. Good to know. I'll drop this just here. Actually, no, wait a second. I can probably give this to, what's his name? Our best little, butt boy. And be like, hey, butt boy, I know you're looking for clues that somebody's behind us and actually attacking us. I have found something. That tells me very much so that it is. Okay, I don't think I've read this yet, so it seems to be official. Lord Nesha and the blah blah blah. Hayden, Lord Friedling, it appears to prove that Mr. Friedling worked as a coachman in Murran for the Federation of the previous year. So could possibly have been present in the city of Kellenport for an unmentioned crime. Several words are poorly spelled and the ink's smudged badly in numerous spots. The quality of this obvious forgery rather questionable. Game, would you please allow me to store this at least down here? Instead, the little nut boy. He only has one. He's confused. He's frightened. He's feared. Might be a zombie, actually. Has been feared by my unbelievable turn undead ability. Then, let's actually pull up the potion. Yeah, I forgot that doesn't work. The game's like, are you sure you wanna do it like this? I'm sitting like, yes, game. And the game's like, no. No, 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 no. You shall not. Good. Now that we can actually walk again, or well, rather run. Also, look up our dance moves. Badam, 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 badam. Isn't it smexy? Yes, woman in full plate. Precisely the sort of thing people always wanted to see. That would be one hell of an uncomfortable lap dance, though. I can imagine some crushing would be involved. Very much so. Now then, back to the streets and deciding where the fuck we go next. I guess we should check out the Temple of the Elmites. Although, I will say, I don't want to. Because I don't trust those guns. And quite guntish at that. Hello, cunts, it's me, your friend. I'm here to spit all over your beliefs. Yo, Bertrand, who are you? Hello there, pleased to see people of refinement can survive out there. My name is Bertrand. Well, forgive me if I'm a bit distracted. I've been hoping that, well, I need not burden you with my troubles. Ah, what are you waiting for? This is Kevin, not the nut boy. Hey, big boy. You're trying to hide yourself very sneakily there, little nut boy. Giving your best, eh? I've been watching for people fleeing the zombies. I've lost track of my brother and all the commotion, and I was hoping we could come here. Tell me of your brother. His name is Marcus. Marcus Penhold. Shouldn't be worried. He's quite competent, and the heirloom he carries is powerful too. Marcus. Was he a mage, perhaps? Kept the journal. Yes, that sounds like him. Have you seen him then? I'm sorry, but he fell to the zombies. I found his body. That cannot be. I won't believe it. But I'll see his belongings with my own eyes. Yeah, let's just go like hold up journal. I found his body. Look, I found the journal. You hold that book with no doubt in your eyes. I have to believe you. You don't even know. He wrote. You. What is your intention then? You have his journal. Was there anything else? He had a family heirloom that I would request be returned. I found his possessions. I could give them to you. I cannot believe. He had a journal. Take it. Thank you. Can at least have this little piece of him back. It's no replacement, but it is something. Well, I mean, he had the stuff, I suppose. Take it. I've been given much. All these things. Sure, they will bring me comfort. I hope they will. I hope. He's right. Please, take this gold. I know it is not much, but you have been a great help to me. I appreciate it. We'll make good use of it. Thank you again. That's neat.
Hello to you.
Greetings and welcome to the small house of Helm. May you seek a blessing. Can you offer basic temple services? You can. I'm not gonna get blessed by some random no one who has God only knows what connection to what god, no matter what he claims. Because I know their boss, and I know their boss is an asshole. Okay, so we can go to the warehouse, we can go to the strange building, and we can go to the great graveyard directly. Before we do that, we shall finish our exploration of the map. Then we'll work systematically. Yes, language difficult. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much up here, honestly, but you know what they say, better safe than sorry. Check things out. It's an RPG after all. Kinda how that story goes. Yeah, no can do yourself. I guess that's what I use to actually keep an eye. You look like officer material. Well, the others won't do much here. I've told my main told position. What have you seen? You think we've seen? Dead everywhere. Surprising. Do you ever wonder how the fuck guards and the like in video games are so bloody fucking useless? It's like if you would actually send your men out there to investigate, they might find something. Sure, they might incur some losses, yes, but you might be able to solve the problem at the root at some point. But no, they're just gonna be sitting here like, nope, not our problem. We can sit on a little wall here and shoot down at the people. I guess to each their own. Standing in my way at least. It doesn't really seem to be up here. So the first question is warehouse first. I mean, we know there's at least a mini boss there. We kinda need to deal with. That Draw character that at one point apparently lead a street gang and was a bit of a bitch about it. And on the other side of the argument we have the strange cult, and well, honestly, strange cult sounds like magic, and mages are a royal pain in the ass, honestly. And not that bad if you're actually a mage yourself, because A, you can protect yourself, not at this low level, mind you, but potentially you can protect yourself. Isn't the zombie very spread by bite? Good question. Yes and no. The zombies, once they are raised, can spread the curse of the undead, usually. But to start off with, basically the question is how you create them, is pretty much always through necromancy in this particular case. Now the question is then, if I can raise an undead zombie as a basic bitch necromancer, you know, will that one actually be able to spread its zombieism to other creatures? And honestly, I have here the very... It really depends on the setting, basically, because I have here varying things about that, basically. In some universes, yes, because, well, it's basically part of the zombie nature. In other universes, it's kind of like not if the necromancer is not powerful enough to call it undead that actually can do that. Yeah, it kind of depends on interpretation. In this particular case, it's more widespread magical necromancy. Basically, people while still alive actually get cursed with some necromancy nonsense, and as soon as they die, they rise. That's not normal zombie raising. Normally, when the undead rise, because, well, you know, the dead get disturbed, it usually takes a while for them to rise. So this is a bit of a special case, as far as the D&D setting is concerned. Necromant switch. Neat. Some evil thing quite used in the arts of necromancy is doing horrible things. And, well, it's our job to find out what's going on. What horror might it be? And then kill said horror. And, well, you know, overkill in this case would actually be appreciated, I would imagine, because, well, killing a zombie always feels like, you know, like the sort of scenario where you really want to make sure. I'm just saying, you know. Like it was dead once, then it rose, now it is dead again. Are we sure it's not going to rise again? You know, just asking for a friend. Now then, once we have slain every last... I was about to say every last living thing in this building, but that's kind of a problem, because that would mean I would have to slay myself. After we slain every dead but walking thing, yes, we shall hopefully learn a bit more about what the fuck is going on. How many bosses in this game basically mean what you would expect, basically just a bit of a higher level enemy with, you know, some actual abilities usually. Quite charming, because it stays very much true to itself, and it is very much reminiscent of good old Baldur's Gate times, where, to give you one example from Baldur's Gate, somewhere in the wilderness you could encounter some red mages of Tyre, which basically just means that you actually had some decently leveled mage characters who could actually use their appropriate abilities. So the game doesn't cheat and create something that is not, you know, doable by yourself, basically. Which I do appreciate. Because of course you can create the fucking Cthulhian horror of, I don't know, XYZ, throw it in my face, but and it's not going to allow me much in the way of strategizing about how to fucking deal with it. I mean, you could say the same about the dragon, technically speaking. Hello, gentlemen. Look, it's a normal guy for once. Isn't that cute? Yeah, you know, Tommy, you deal with that. Not normal guy. Wee -oo. They multiply in many ways. If there's a normal guy, of course there needs to be an unnormal guy. There's a crazy one, there needs to be a sane one. Logic. My name is Rebel. Come on, zombie. Give up, zombie. Give up on life. You have nothing to live for, and zombie laughs at you. I know. Well, it's the definition of making a good point, I suppose. Stealing all your stuff. Stealing all your stuff because, well, you are dead and have no rights. That's how it should be. It's how it always should be.
It's done.
It's done indeed. Now then, good point to make a save game, because I'm expecting trouble. Look at that, it's a short coast boy. That's some stone. You like some cocaine. Might be a good idea to turn on that. It's going to be a long fight if this is going to be the a miss. Like you had one fucking job, Smite Evil, and you missed. What does my combat log say? "16 points remaining." So basically he still has 16 points of absorption going on before I can actually hurt him. That's painful to deal with. Stop fighting me, you dumb bitch boy. Die! Die like you mean it, basically. Me too. Where we turn around each other and dance. Look, look, look. The problem is that it actually takes a fucking combat taunt, which means you can attack me. Which is, well, things considered, not that pleasant. Also, you know, I would assume that a freaking undead would have a very severe penalty for fucking trying to dual wield, but just shot you. Kill him. Kill them all! Well, yes, I try, but it does kind of look like I'm almost dead. Jesus Christ. I forgot what it means to be a low-level character. It is quite dangerous. Also, penalties, fuck's sake, game. He's an undead. I'm pretty sure he's not dexterous. Look, look, look. See, that's the mini-boss. Now imagine having to fight a guy like this a bit stronger, even. And you're sitting here like, yeah, it doesn't sound pleasant, does it? Sure, one question. Don't worry, the good old-fashioned kill them all is probably not a bad idea. Like at all. Sounds like a very good idea.
It's done.
A very pleasantly good idea. Good you.
Okay, dokie.
Thanks. Game. Games like that, I'm sure you just wanted to go behind the chest, not click on it to open it. Of course, that's what you wanted, right? Yeah, so it's no game. I actually wanted you to open a fucking chest for me. Tommy, could you please? Thank you, thank you. Just take your time. It's not like we're on a freaking timer here or anything. I mean, I'm not on a timer. Thank God for that. Gosh, I fucking hate being on a timer. Yes, feel it. Feel the rage gather inside your bones. Hello. See, there comes the next asshole to beat the shit out of me, and he has a fucking... Stop him from casting spells, you idiot. Feel the whatever the fuck power. Do not translate this. Since this game is old and it doesn't like me, you know, tapping out, most definitively will not even have an option to translate this. Feel the power of fear. Right in his fucking head. That was a fucking headshot game. I want some extra damage here. Yeah, we're on low levels, as we are. Fighting basically has two phases. It's taking damage, dealing damage, and fucking zipping some healing potions because you fucking need those.
Here comes halfling death.
Damage reduction, damage immunity, immunity. Bite my shot. Ouch. He does deal a lot of damage considering that I wear fucking plate mail. And I was like, your plate mail means nothing to me and my fucking gay ass, you know, double-headed mace thingy.
Who are you to come here? Do your worst. You will see.
You will see how. Isn't it always nice when you can actually stop the bad guys from talking smack about you? You're going to defeat me! Ugh. I'm about to defeat you. You're badly wounded, my friend. Are you gay? Not the last time I checked, at least. I'm pretty sure I slept with more women than men. With an absolute rate, actually, so... Can't confirm that one. Rabam. Joy. Joy creature! He has such a nice smile on his face, though. Shot the heel. If you were keyless, you would suffer from that. I will not. Thank you very much. Not the link. The power must reach me. I'm strong. I'm strong with her help. I am. Well, you lost the very fucking moment you relied on a woman to give you power. Pretty damn gay of you, little troll. Pretty damn gay, I'd say. You might be wondering. Look at that, I found a guard. Oh god.
He's gone. I know it. Thrall is finally gone.
Indeed, I murdered him.
Good riddance.
I'm glad I'm not the only retard in YouTube.
The sword coast.
I mean, you know. Aren't we all just a tiny bit retarded? I mean, we're all on YouTube. Actually, you could probably go ahead and do a, what's it called? It's that, Raven paradox. Hempel's Raven thing? I don't know. Just, you could probably Google that. You know. You could now make a superstition where you use something else to prove your point, which is a paradox, actually, because it does work. The original was basically like, you know, about ravens and then a yellow car, which is funny enough, but, you know, you could use the same implication here to prove, paradoxically, YouTube is full of retards. Well, Joel has finally gone, good riddance. He brought all my old friends down with him. Actually, I should look that up before I start talking smack about this and completely misinterpret what I remember.
My name is Walters.
You're dressed like a city guard. Why the fuck were you captured? I am a god, but I used to run with the South Coast boys. Were you a spy? They never forgave me for joining the enemy, especially Joel. He wanted to make an example of me after he changed. Got all lucky, I guess, not like the others. I have questions about Joel. I'll say what I can, but we should keep it short. There's still zombies swarming the district. Killing Joel didn't get rid of him. Should killing Droll have stopped the zombies? I doubt it. Droll couldn't have been behind it all. He was an idiot. The Dark One, still an idiot. He was pure Patsy. Something he probably means finding this Gul'nan creature. Okay. Read them, I have an idea. Okay. And do ahead. Indulge our curiosity. Our retardation of your idea. Phew. Ugh. It's cold and it is sweet, which is a nice combination, mind you, but sometimes it just, it bites you. So, who held this role? I don't know, maybe someone named Gul'nan. Said he was a lieutenant of evil. Like, okay, the woman is evil. And he's like, yeah, he let me follow this evil. I mean, I guess we cannot prove the point that woman shall not be trusted. I bet he gave himself the title. Yeah, he probably did. He had probably a bit of a case of, you know, being a bit nutty. So why would someone corrupt the gang like this? He's got some winning people, maybe they'd make better henchmen than when they're zombies. Fair point. Zombies are not the smartest. You can ask them to travel around like idiots and eat a living, but if you know, want somebody to serve your table or something, you might want to reconsider zombies. Rise, my little minion, rise! Ooh, it's getting spoopy. Just wanted to cause chaos. I make people afraid, and people without the plague could turn on them. The leader of retards. Nuts. Huh? Funny. We have a very interesting conversation going on here. Hey, I'll take it. About you, Walters. Why did you quit the gang and become a guard? This is a job of the future. Good point. Where are you supposed to be stationed? I was patrolling near the gate to the city core. Okay. Back to my general questions. I have questions about the others you mentioned. Droll really tightened his grip. He didn't want anyone else leaving, not alive. A few weeks ago, I guess some of the guys tried to convince Droll to take the gang out of the city. I wanted to try and avoid the plague. What happened to them? Same thing that happened to all of the boys. Droll made him deal to become, well, whatever it was he became. I mean, he was quite literally a skeleton. We saw him being a skeleton. It's not, you know, avoid the fucking elephant in the room and be like, yes, he was an undead. Not right on the level of a licking nonsense thingy, but, you know, closer than most others in this room. Yeah, nothing else. I should get moving. What will you do? Well, I think you should make a break for it. I killed pretty much everything in here. What's happening? Something is happening! Oh, hello again. Little Kronos. And it's this raiding of a party of 3. Hello, Kronos. I see. You, found a way to come over here. Hello there. Also, hello again, strategy member. I see you followed right along. Welcome to, you know, zombie party in town. This pinch, they're all good nonsense. Also killing fucking things with big ass sword. And walking backwards sometimes. I mean, look at my short. Isn't it cute? Isn't it very cute? Yes, yes, yes. I like it very much. I enjoy it. Now then, I've been here the whole time. Thank you very much. I kind of suspected as much, honestly. Knowing you, actually, you'd be surprised. I hang out in your little shed too. Actually, where's your window? Where's your window gone? I might have put your window somewhere where I don't see it right now, but I'm kind of afraid of tapping out of the fucking... Ouch. Thanks for finding the traps now, you little halfling mongoloid. Ugh, halflings. Yeah, essentially give some people some more alchemical because the party seems to be dead. I'm not against the consumption of alcohol. If you have some available to you, you are now free and allowed to indulge yourself a bit. You have my permission. Very much so. Although, you know, it's now just showing your own stream. So basically I could play my stream, of course, then I could watch my stream on my window, then I can watch my stream on your window. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be confusing as fuck. Now I might actually do it. I can see my own stream with three little windows. Yes, powerful, very powerful. You drop your things. Now some of these things you find, like these, little bellies here, they have a purpose, of course. They are used in some of the recipes to strengthen your weapons and stuff. Honestly, I never really played around much with the whole armor making system. Because, well, not really my thing, I guess. So weak shadows, you don't actually have the defenses I was expecting of you. Normally fighting against half-invisible enemies is, in melee not really a good idea. Even worse in range combat, mind you. But, surprisingly enough, it works pretty well. There. As I think this chamber leads to the, what's it called? The graveyard at the end. If memory serves, there are like 3 ways you can get to the graveyard. And this is one of them. Shall be back. I must poop. Then I'm here until I hear from my buddy if I can come kick it all. Fair point. Also, let me not stop you from pooping. Pooping is a very good thing, and it is very much a good thing to do. It relaxes you. I'd also say that you lose some weight. It's a great thing for that. Yeah, go ahead. You shall be allowed to leave. See what a nice and benevolent overlord I am. I actually let my people poop. See? Now, you look at your own overlord and see if he actually allows you to do that. See what I mean? I see, the leader of the retards has joined in good old shouting chanting. Let's see if it works this time. YouTube is very busy trying to form something, I see. Now Twitch is active too. Now we'll see how good I am at multitasking. Oh boy. Let's not go there, shall we? Ouch. That doesn't look good. Hello again. The Kronos changed to the other side. Look at him. He's just everywhere. You can't stop him. Now, we shall run away very heroically because this mechanic of fucking resting is amazingly stupid, but it is a classic. You see an enemy, you feel somewhat unprepared, you just go back a bit until you are considered out of reach. I'm definitely the real one. Yes, I'm sure you are. You better, because as they say, or as they have said since generations past, impersonating somebody else is actually not a good thing to do. It is considered a crime against humanity. But yes, you're totally not a nut boy. Of course not. The nut boy is the nut boy. Why would the nut boy be called Kronos? That would be confusing, wouldn't it be? Now then, fighting that thing is going to be a pain. And that is putting it mildly. Shall we try to smite its evil? Be sure. Smite! We failed. It's always a good start when the first attack you do fails. Ouch! I will admit, a runaway move is probably appropriate. Can I actually heal myself while I run? Of course not. No. Back to fighting. Over the fucking corpse. Actually, the bow of my little halfling actually does an amazing amount of damage at this point. I don't think I can actually stretch the increase movement speed. Yeah. Running away is not really an option, I suppose. So I guess I'm going to hold the line for the halfling to do his job. Come on, halfling. I'm almost willing to believe in you. Just almost, though. For fuck's sake, spider. Stop doing that. We can do this the whole day, spider. Or maybe not actually. One unlucky hit and I'm basically toast. Well, I leveled up from that. What's the experience that made you level up? Well, I stood there for like, 5 minutes and drank some healing potions, and then bam. Technology, my friends. And it comes with the territory of being a, smallish little creature of very few levels. Although I do like the fact that my little Paladina decided to, cure her own poison. Robe of light. Gives me light. White. I have actually light green on one of my rings, which is why we have, green on every bloody wall. And I should probably go back into the temple and heal myself. I would kinda like to steal some shit beforehand. Stay a magic system. I mean, it's a D&D system, so yes, there's indeed a magic system. Technically speaking, there are two magic systems when you think about it. There is the divine magic system that clerics and, well, to some degree my little paladin uses, and there is the arcane magic, which is used by mages. Now, usually, pretty damn clearly actually stated, is that mages are usually not predisposed towards necromancy per se, because if you want to actually study the arts of the afterlife a bit deeper, then divine arts are pretty much your best bet. But of course, mages being the little snobs they are, decided that fuck that, I want to be a mage, doing the arcane shit, and still deal with that. And so necromancy came about. Ever since then, things have been somewhat annoying for the rest of the world, because, well, do you trust a mage with that sort of power?
Welcome back. It is
I
that
wouldn't.
small-
Ultimate healing! I have relieved myself nonsense. Yes, if I were to be playing a mage, you could actually see my nice little system. The magic system is, to put it mildly, based on the normal D&D system, which is basically you have starting from cantrips all the way from level 1 to 9 after that, different spells. That's cool, classic, like, your good old, ye olde fireball, because you aren't really a mage until you can actually throw a nice little fireball into somebody's face and go like, foolish creature. Yeah, a good deal. I identified that and I got more money out of it than I invested for identifying it. That's for once a good deal. Well then, it is time to level up again, because we are getting stonks, very stonks. See, there is, where is it? The Sorcerers and Wizards. Means I would get access to the magic. But I decided to play Paladin again, because, well, I do like playing with the Paladin. It's Shanito. Benito Chito, Brodito thingy, basically. Now, you're very much persuasive, because, well, my charisma is going to be very fucking high, and now I have the ability to summon Mount, which is actually something that's very funny. It is in the original base system, to the ability to summon Mounts. It is not in the original campaign, though. So while it might be like, yay, I can now ride a Mount, or, well, summon one, it shouldn't work. Now this is the remaster. It's an old game, but it is good. This is indeed very good. I do wonder if they actually included this in this remastered version. I don't think they have, because, well, holy fucking shit. I can talk to my mount. Can I ride my mount? Holy fucking shit, they actually did it. They actually brought the fucking horses in. I didn't know they did this. Fucking amazing. Look at me! I am a paladin, I'm a little horsey. Real question is, can you eat your horse? I don't think I can eat my horse. Can my horse? Yes, my horse can strive. Beep, 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 beep. I have a horse now. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, I have amused myself very much with that. I mean, come on, I wasn't actually expecting the fact that that would actually work. Party mount. Dismount. Can you mount my horse? Can you get mounted by my horse? Can my horse ride on the halfling? Because that would be kind of fun. Okay, I will actually have to remember this because that is kind of cool. Because that was actually missing from the original game because, yeah, you should get the ability to summon your horse as a paladin. Can't seem to dismount. That's a problem.
Now don't you move from this spot.
Game, would you maybe potentially allow me to dismount? Do I have to do it on myself, maybe? That was not what I wanted. I wanted the dismount game. Oops. Confusion. Why can't I dismount though? What do I actually have to click? Yes, I just have to click on it. I see now how this works, game. Can I unsummon my mount? Because that's not something I would like to sit around. Sign, party dismount, party mount, individual dismount. Probably just going to disappear, isn't it, if I teleport away? That's cute. Get it from me. I am pleased as all fucking hell. I have a mount now.
Step up to the fight. You'll follow me, won't you?
Like, you will follow me, won't you? I was like, yes. Oh god. How the fuck do I get rid of the mount, though? I need to go. Goodbye, bush. Goodbye, little not-so-normal guy. Have a fun day. All of it. Actually, do I? Yeah, no. I don't think I have any spells yet. Follows that you're gonna guard me. More actions. Remove from party. Okay, now I'm just going to let it sit in this little catacomb forever and be sad. But that was rather pleasant, I'd say. Now this stairs up should lead to the graveyard, if memory serves. Then we have done one of the ways, and we're gonna do the other ones too, because, well, we want all of that nice, sweet XP. Very tasty. Oh, for fuck's sake. The boss is gone. I am free at last. Freedom. Freedom indeed.
Here comes halfling death.
Well, yeah. I don't know why he screams for his own death so much, but I mean, he's a halfling, so I can kind of understand his desire to kill himself. Like, I don't want to suffer any longer. A very understandable start of, you know, statement from a halfling. Blam. Blam, 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 blam. Remains, I shall steal you. That guy had not much on him. You put it very mildly. Yeah, another remains. And it's not really worth much, and it honestly takes a lot of fucking inventory space, but... you know how it is, you know. Greed.
No can do.
Okay, I think this is actually where you end up if you come from the other one, then, probably. I think no matter how you do it, you kind of have to deal with that fucking dire spider thing right smack dab in the middle. Which is, to be fair, you know, painful. I mean, you've seen the fight. I want to play on normal difficulty. You try playing this on fucking, higher difficulties. Ain't much fun to deal with them then, let's just say. But yeah, as I said, we ended up on the graveyard. I mean, surprise, surprise, we're dealing with the undead, and our clues kind of immediately lead us towards the graveyard. It's like, are you shitting me? Are you kidding me? Are you an idiot? I think Kronos is dead in the toilet. Yeah, he's just taking, you know, a nice and proper shite. Because that's kind of, you know. You have to take your time in there, you have to be relaxed and nice and easy. I shall fear you all. Fear me! I do love this ability though. I knew that this area as a paladin would be kind of fun to play. Especially now that I have leveled up again, that makes me even more, you know, deadly towards zombies. But yeah, you shoot at them and I will do some exploration, because this is the gate back, I think. Of course, we're going to take care of that fucking cult too. Going to murder them most definitively. Look, there's a fast zombie. He thinks he's the shit. Well, not so much for that, eh, beach boy? You thought you were something. The question is, there's actually another companion that is a cleric. Of course, clerics too have the ability to turn undead. The AI, however, is not necessarily the smartest, sadly enough. So I do wonder if I would take her with me, if she would actually make good use of her abilities. I mean, she would have some, you know, dry enemies right smack dab in front of her to deal with. Right about here. And then, Warrens of the Dam. There's a note. A wall at arm's length. You mean a shield? I was pretty sure I had something like a shield. Like, thanks. Oh shit, it's a mummy. Welcome back, little Kronos. For now. Well. However long it lasts, I suppose. But a welcome back nonetheless. Quite evil, I have hit you. I don't think the mummy is necessarily as bad as the fucking dire spider we just killed, but oh boy. Am I still missing a lot? I think, if memory serves, actually most of the melee classes have it relatively speaking easy at the beginning, because they can, you know, compensate many of their weaknesses through equipment, like, you know, armor. I remember playing this as a mage. That was fun. Very fun. Could you please... Thanks, mummy. Thank you a lot. Can you drop any nice loot, you know? The good loot. The really good loot. I should have expected as much. When was that? Beggar's Nest Warehouse. We shall respawn.
Listen to my words. You must hear below to you.
Yes, thank you. I must get back to where I just was. Yes, transport me there now. Thanks, game. At least, you only lose a bit of XP and stuff, but still, that's painful. Just as I was clicking, I was like, wait a second, maybe I should actually wait for my fucking halfling to check for traps. But that. As you can see, that is not consequence. We are above such useless things, like dying. Well, to be fair, the game handles it rather fairly. It's like, okay, you want to revive, fine, then give me some XP and some GP and, well, be on your way, young adventurer. Which is technically speaking still law-friendly, because there actually are revive things.
No can do.
Okay, we need to go back all the way to go the other way. That's kinda annoying, actually, but, yeah... Actually, wouldn't it be smart? No, then I would bind that here. Let's actually go back the whole way. Now the YouTube side is accusing the Twitch side. We have an interesting situation at our hands. Ah, well, I'm sure it's going to solve itself. After all. Every problem has its own very special little solutions. Yes, yes, yes. Still want to deal with that cult, because, you know, leaving a freaking cult just sitting fucking around in the middle of city is probably not the definition of a good idea. To put it mildly. Very mildly at that. So, Kronos, you kind of missed it, but, you know, there's a feature that was originally planned to be in this game that never was in this game. Well, apparently in this little remaster, they added it. I have now the ability to summon my mount and actually ride my mount. Like a proper paladin is supposed to be. Just at the start of the game I was like, hey, there's the nice skill of, you know, mounted combat. I will never take that because there's no reason for it. How can I regretting it? Because, well, I can't summon my mount. A paladin mount. Very cool ability, I must admit. So far, so good, because I feel now rather pleased actually. Rather pleased indeed. Back into the warehouse, and then we're gonna do knock knock at the cult store and go like, hey. And some other nonsense. The not normal guy is getting crazy. He has lost it. Very much so. Actually, let me look at my quest log. Do I have Zingard? Probably look at if he's actually made it back. Under devastation, hints of conspiracy, strange cult. Yep, he's losing it. Oh, he's just drunk. Well, that's an acceptable excuse. I can live with that very well. You drink a 5 vodka. Only those who follow the serpent mind that you bear the proper sign. They do follow the serpent. See you carry the symbol. Fools. You should have known better than to let me into your little circle. Now I will murder all of you. I don't think I will. Try unworthy foe, yes. I'm sure I will die. Or maybe I won't. But maybe you will die. They do have rather nice death screams though. I find myself enjoying that very much, honestly. But technically speaking, there should be a line of sight system here, even to a mage, which means if I find a mage, maybe you're supposed to ask who the fuck is using my name in your chat. That is a very good question. I would assume it's the little nut boy who has misused the name. After I so politely told him that is not a good idea. Because impersonating people is actually a crime. Well, and apparently he has managed to find your channel. I mean, I guess that's one way to get publicity. You critically hit me. That's not very nice of you. That's not something I'm willing to accept. Mage runs in there. Magic is tainted. The magic is always tainted. I may actually want to heal myself for once. I do not have that much in the way of help. Well, he's dead. Why the fuck they had an imp and why the fuck they were happy about it, I will not question. It's probably for the better of all of humanity if we do not question that particular thing. Probably.
I'll put you in your
Shit,
place.
he's a mage, he's a mage! God, that worked at least. Problem is, I think he's actually not a mage, but a fucking cleric, which means he can fucking heal himself. Service of Gul'dan. Rituals of the change that this cult went through once a creature named Gul'dan was captured. It was mostly for the Syriac loyalists were posted. Well, there's Cyric called. Oh, great. And now for the writer to move swiftly up the ranks. Things are very different now. Now they might not appear as such from the outside. We still follow blindly, and a number of us are still slain for no reason. But I finally believe a potent entity is acting through a master. Ram seems surprised at her own power, but her desire for conquest has erased any questions from her mind. I welcome her intensity and her strong use of the focus. Jared was more interested in lining his pockets than causing true havoc. True enough, you had your little fun. No. Change your name to something. Because, you know, yeah, it's what you have to do. The chain shirt of all things.
I simply can't carry all of this.
You really shouldn't play this game, my friend. Really shouldn't. Let's see, I shall tell you very nicely so.
Welcome back. You have done a great thing in recovering the first of the reagents for us. It is but one small step towards our ultimate goal, but it gives me hope.
They're not going to help me. So much shit in my inventory. You should really stop arguing there. Even I am a very patient person, but my patience also runs rather thin. It's all a joke, but only as long as people find it funny. If somebody is clearly stating no, you should probably follow along, my friend. So it's not just a name, it is quite literally his brand. So yeah, he does make a very good point there.
It is but one farewell.
Oh, it's ended quickly.
I hope you like pain.
Could you please die, little fire beetle? You're hurting my feelings, amongst other things. Also hurting my halfling. I would also once again repeat and very nicely point out that impersonating somebody is in pretty much every part of this bloody fucking world a crime that you really do not want to be involved in. Play along nicely. Leash in your own self-interest in this trap. I'm stunned. I'm quite literally stunned. I'm not stunned any longer. Okay, I should probably fill that up again. I'll probably actually use one. Well, I mean, you know, I would like to say it like this. Don't make me fucking else tap outside of this game, because this game really doesn't like it. See, all is well. Have to respect somebody else's borders. I mean, quite literally in this case, borders, because, well, it is his brand. So we shall all play nicely now. Hmm? Now then, now we have those ways cleared out and we have gathered up some XP. I really want to drag this stupid thing all over the place, eh? Tempting me. Already tempting me to all tap out the side of this game. That's saying something. Really saying something.
You thought to use me, to sacrifice for a spell. I have used you to free myself.
What's the excuse? I don't know. Doesn't really work when people clearly tell you no. That's a pretty damn clear-cut scenario, my friend. That's as clear as it gets. Now, play along nicely. Shall be your final warning for this one. I see undead. I am remarkably not surprised. Fair point. Stealing shit. Ba-dam bam bam. Ba-dam bam bam. And again, is it really stealing if they're dead? Age-old question. Or is it just, as they used to say in the good old days, free loot? Assuming it's adventurous bread and butter, I would assume free loot. Means they have no idea how to actually do some inheritance nonsense. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
I'll put you in place.
Bam. Zombie. Oh, little zombie. Ba-dam. Ba-dam, ba-dam, ba-dam. Ordering things. Left to right and center. Ah. Classical dungeon crawling. Has something very pleasant about itself, I would say. Quite literally pleasant.
You will join my legion of dead. I have seen the visions. The scaled ones will rule here.
Uh-huh.
I will overrun.
And now, when they're facing a paladin, you should probably not be like by Cyric. I would speak with you.
What?
Well, Black Sun, how could you fail me? Snake gods are pitiful, beneath the notice of mighty Cyric. Cease your raving. No, certain. Only the man in the cage. How sporting. Yeah, no, I kinda figured that you still wouldn't be here now, in the best of moods. And I will admit openly that, you know, joke's a joke, but don't take it too far. Because as I said, you know, I'm a very patient man myself. It takes a while until I get actually, you know, angry. But you really don't want to see me get angry. Because then I'm just going to, you know, do shit. So, let's remind ourselves of the very nice and easy point that we all are supposed to be playing nice. It should be very much in everybody's interest, I will assume. Well, as I said, it really depends on the point of view. You can try that and go like, ha 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 ha, funny, I tried it, and then you should stop, because, well, you know, the joke is kinda getting old quickly. As long as no harm is done, no harm is done, and we shall leave it at that for the moment. At the moment. Just don't take it any further. Which is the whole point. Now, who the fuck are you? I mean, I can already figure, but who the fuck are you? Who am I? I'm a follower of the great god Cyric. I'm a servant of the coming day of the Dark Sun. I'm as well. I just told the paladin that you're a servant of an evil god. I'm Jared, and I'm also caged like so many worthless enemies of the Prince of Lies that I've put to their end. Escape fucking ground, what do you mean? Well, as I said, technically speaking, since impersonating a person is, well, I think even the US is very much the same when it comes to it. It's very much a crime. You could potentially actually try to take this to a lawyer and go like, okay, yeah, the logs, somebody's impersonating me, do something about it. You could potentially do that. I have by no means a way to stop you from doing so. To be fair. What's your snake woman? It calls itself Gulnan. Aha. So, what do you think this Gulnan lady is? Suppose you mean physically. UNT. Precisely what I was looking for. And dead if I get my hands on her. Where the fuck is she? In the crypts. Choosing the undead, an army of corpses. I would be impressed if it was me doing it. What a nice person to talk to, isn't it? So, who are you? Yeah, we already went through this. What did end up in here? I was observed, if you must know. She corrupted the weakest of my flock, and now the rest follow or join her legions of undead. Your defeated released. She already beat you. I wasn't ready. Excuses, excuses. So, I'm leaving. What should I do about you? Well, imbecile, you should fear the will of Cyric and appease him. Release his loyal servant to my dark work, and his name continues. Really, you should let me out. Such an action will speak well of you, and guarantee a swift, merciful death for my Lord Vantley. Foul minion of darkness, you'll stay imprisoned here. But, part of order, you will all feel the wrath of Cyric. In the end times, I will not be caged. Not for long, at least. Please, come on. No. I will not unleash the freaking servant of Cyric on the world. It doesn't sound like a good idea. At all. Nope. Most definitely not. If memory serves, she's actually in the main hall in the middle somewhere. I don't even know if I can actually enter that immediately or not, but probably a good idea to not do too much. Yep, that one damage is really lovely. It's locked, and there's a trap there. Those are two things I don't like in combination, but trap is probably better that they actually found it for once.
It's done.
Could you open it, please? There comes the zombie, just slowly shambling along. Dr. Buffet doesn't really have a choice, he's a zombie, but you know. Would have waited a second longer for him to actually open the bloody chest for me.
It's done.
And then, so next we have to face a bloody UNT. You really don't want to let this rest, do you? Do you really want to go? Pain in the ass to do this. Ugh. But at least the game didn't crash. It's good. Because the last time I all tapped out, I can tell you, this game crashed like a bitch. It's not as disjointed and sloppy, as though the author wrote it after suddenly waking from a deep sleep. Been much since the academy was attacked. I did not see who freed me, and I don't care. Strength has come to me strangely, quickly. Definitely some greater power at work in Neverwinter. It favors me this day. I've seen it in the dreams, I see the eye. I don't know what it means, but I know this. The Neverwinters watch me for their cure. Can carve the contribution from my corpse. Fair point, actually. I don't think he really did. I think he's just trying to rile you up, honestly, because he just can't fucking shut up about it. Don't let yourself get provoked by such an idiot. Yet it's not workable in the long run. You'll get tired because there's so many retards around. She fell swiftly. Fools. I think their pathetic leader Jared was going to smash the altar to keep its power from me. Perhaps I should just kill him, to quell the last of his followers. I ought to seek to appease me. My own sect of snake worshippers. How amusing. Soon I won't need to cower in the warrens with their precious necromantic focus. Interesting device, I will grant Jared that. Use it to create an army of the undead. Learn more about it each time I link with its power. Its pillar-like appearance disguises how fragile it truly is. Despite power, I must constantly watch that my undead servants don't inadvertently damage it with their clumsy flailings. But as I said, you wanted some freaking fine handling, summoning zombie. It's 57. You do know, game, that there is no way in hell I can survive that.
You must hear hello to you.
Yes, I know how I got here. I died. Well, not really, actually. He get called back. What was it when he died? Yes, transport me there now. Ich soll be ableist, mi amigo. You have far more creative ways of insulting a fuck nugget like this. Fuck nugget. That's a pretty nice one. But yes, let me rephrase this then and be like, okay, don't let the fuck nugget get away with broken you. It's not really workable. See, that's why I always say that I like people to play nice, because if they don't play nice, things tend to get rather nasty rather quickly. That's a shame, though. That's a shame indeed. Rubber, zombie. I mean, you know, considering that poor little Gunnar speaks like, oh yes, look at me, I have an army of the undead. Not really much of an army. I don't think even this is the size of a freaking division by any modern standards, mind you. Kinda bit weak, if you ask me. Yes, I actually need to remember the fuck nugget one. I do like it. I will most definitely steal that and use and abuse it whenever I feel like it. Rubber. I do like to say, actually, you know, as far as zombies are concerned in old game, actually somewhat freaking gory, which is precisely how they should be, if you ask me. The only things they really need, it's not your fault, they are so fucked up. It could have been any pussies, they go outside and still get hit in the face with a tick. It's not like I'm telling you to shut up, I'm telling you to not do stupid things that will, you know, piss people off for good reason. That's basically all. But do take that as a nice warning. That is the nicest one I'm willing to make at this point. He's doing some nasty shit there. I don't like the face of that particular zombie. But the other zombie is probably going to get me another one of her little spiels, like, ah, blah, 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 I'm the big evil. Yep. Zombie Lord. That's actually... I mean, you know, I do hold my own brand, of course, as in, you know, my store name is my own brand, and I would very much dislike if somebody were to misuse that. I actually hold, you know, 2 brands at this point. Okay. It was a dumb joke. Run its course. We shall not talk about it again. Shall we? Shall we instead enjoy, you know, being beaten up by a zombie lord? That sounds... Actually, no, let's beat up the zombie lord. I misspoke. But damn it. Have me now confused enough that I actually want to get murdered again. It's not good. Now, your armor's gone. He still will have an ass load of health, won't he? Yep, he will. Yep, he will indeed. Rabam. Actually, how strong are you considered? You are overpowering. Oh. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. I mean, how much won't you take? Which means the Snake Lady herself will probably be having a difficulty rating of impossible. It means the fight will be long and bloody, and I should probably buy some more healing before I try that. Because I can tell you, since this game, of course, has, as D&D has in most of its incarnations, I believe, a critical hit system, and, well, if you get hit critically by a very strong enemy, it can be pretty much an instant death sentence. And I would like to avoid that, mind you. Well, you know, for rather obvious reasons. Then again, that sort of dice rolling has always come with a certain risk for that to happen, to be fair. Now, I'm pretty sure one of these is gonna be trapped and I'm gonna die again when I try to open it. I actually didn't die for once.
I simply can't carry all of this.
This time I'm gonna be smart about it and save, because I can't really count on this bloody halfling to actually find the fucking traps. It's a bit useless like that. Deadly enough. Halflings. Never trust a halfling. Very good saying. Wonder who found it out the first time. Wonder indeed. Heal me? It's not going to work, is it?
No can do.
Yeah, I figured. What did I actually want to do? I wanted to... I'm looking for some option. I'm just not finding it. Am I just blind? Is that it? I might be. Yeah. Yes, I'm just going to continue story. This, alright, where was I? Was I telling you about my infiltration of the house of the great Vizier Zabalan VAH? Yes, I believe it was. Indeed, you were precisely there. It's an ordinary mission, my friend. Zabalan had stymied the efforts of my Medusan patroness for many years. He was a mage of no little power. Sending me to kill him was both a vote of confidence in my abilities, and I thought a near certain sentence of death. Looking me in the eyes would have been clearer. Well, if she's a Medusa, then yes, that would be a much cleaner method of killing you. Well, then were you able to infiltrate his house? That was the job that made me famous, didn't I? And anyway, the threat of being turned into a short statue was rather an incentive to succeed. Well, the threat of the whip does kinda incentivize people. Its lag, too, can be very incentivizing. Perhaps it's fortunate that us halflings aren't given much credit. I was able to squirm my way into the Vizier's service as a kitchen boy. Nobody gave me second thought. For over a month, I was pleased to serve the Vizier his meals. Spent my time studying him, looking for a way to kill him cleanly. He barely even noticed my presence. Yeah, why did you actually just poison his food? I would have, I suppose, except that he ate his meals with his daughter, and that made things a bit complicated. His daughter, a sweet lass. Aida was her name. Human to be sure, but she never looked down upon me. I mean, she quite literally probably did, because you're a halfling and you're basically, you know, smaller than her, so yeah, she was looking down on you in a physical sense at least. Suppose I delayed killing Shabalan at the time just to continue being around her, though I didn't think that at the time. There was just one more excuse after another. Months grew longer, and Cider and I grew closer. She couldn't resist my charms, of course. And I find hard to believe. No less can. It's even harder to believe. When I put my mind to it. We had to be secret about it. I was, of course, just a kitchen boy. So where you love of her? I don't know about it. I thought so at the time, sure enough. My patroness kept threatening to turn me into a statue and let the pigeons have their way with me, however. At that point, getting turned into a statue that is still somewhat conscious and getting, abused by pigeons every day could be, how to put it smartly, unamusing. Oh, hello there, little FP. FPZD. Whole name. Take it with a grain of salt because I will probably shorten it. Make it easier for me to remember. Hello there. Young and foolish and stupid. And probably horny. But well, that's another point. 3 traits that are great in a buxom lass but poor in an assassin. I decided I couldn't hurt Cider by killing her father. Told my patroness to go look in the mirror. That's actually a pretty damn smart insult, actually. Tell a Medusa to look into the mirror. Hehe, smart boy. It is to say she didn't take it well. Oh shit. Betrayed her. I wouldn't take it well either. Well, fortunately, you don't turn your closest friends into pottery. The patroness wasn't exactly the life of the party, you know? Shit. The Medusa goes to the party. The reactions were stone cold. Literally. My Medusa patroness decided to take matters into her own hands, of course. If I'd known, I would have left Kalimport a lot earlier. You should see how this all made you famous. But didn't look that way at the time, I'll grant you that, milady. Anyway, it's a bit of a story. I'll tell you the rest some other time. Let's just keep on with your quest for now. Sure. Do you have anything else to say? Any advice? Tell me about the Peninsula District. It's the prison district. Anything else? Okay, kinda expected that. Just want to talk. Story? And he's not in the mood any longer. It would probably be advisable to actually use my little recall store to go back and sell some shit because I'm over encumbered again. Well, it's fun to actually walk around and far more realistic. The huge distances that we actually cover. I think it would still be rather nice to actually be able to move normally again. Okay, that was just that. We can sell that because that's probably not a quest item. We can identify it. It's a magic bag. It's very good because it reduces weight of everything inside. Means I can go like whap, whap. I really want to keep my dress though because I like my dress. Also means I can actually clean up my inventory. Whap, whap. Come on, wrap yourself in there. Let's put fireplace ground in case I can't. Yeah. Strangely enough, I can keep the key to the zone there, but not the... I will assume that means my bag is full. Just the base assumptions. I kind of have to do it. Ignoring the baby is not really advisable in the long run. It's just going to end up with tears and screaming. Yeah. I can use this. It's probably going to be lighter. I'm using a freaking tower shield. It's a key. That of course also doesn't fit in there, but alas, we can't do anything about that. It will. The note is a warded arm's length. Yeah, that's one of the riddles. We solved that riddle already because the answer was a shield. A warded arm's length. Not the most profound riddle I have ever had the pleasure of solving, mind you, but I mean, they can't all be fucking brain teasers or whatnot. Now, let me actually take a look here. I have the Tangle key. I don't need that any longer. The prison key. And judging by the insignia etched into the gold medal, is the key to the main doors of the Peninsula District prison. We can drop that. We'll never be back. Monks and will not appreciate it. Appears to be behind the undead. Blah blah blah. Looks like it fits a large lock. Probably in one of the ancient doors in the Warrens down beneath the river. Okay, that's still something we use. Something we can give something. That's the zoo key, that's the Moonstormer Spectrum key. Kinda don't need them, but it's the Tangled Lady's thing. Topic contract. Olaf. My dress, I will keep that in there. Nobody believe otherwise, because that stays in there for good. Maybe I don't have anything small I could put in here, can I? No, I don't think there's anything we can actually put in there any longer, but we did clean up my inventory a bit. It's enjoyable, honestly. Ba-dam. Now, back to doing, you know, horrible things. Oh, actually, I'm wounded. I shall check a rest. The priest is like, he just, you know, you come running, you just suddenly mid-run sit down. It's like, okay, that's your thing. Actually, before we go back, let's actually give some of the proof we have to... What's his name? I always forget his name. Doesn't really matter much. He's basically our best fuckboy. That's all we need to know, honestly. Well, yeah, very fair statement. He's quite distinctive. Yeah, Fentic. Fentic is your name. Best resting tactic.
Hello again.
Yeah, from full run to just sitting down.
Is there something I may...
I have questions. Tell me about Plague. What is your role? Can I actually not tell him about I was attacked? Apparently I cannot tell him that I was attacked, which is pretty damn stupid, all things considered. Like, yeah, she totally doesn't need to know this. Even here. Can I give it to Aribeth, maybe? She didn't... Yeah, probably I need to take to Aribeth, and she's gonna be like, yeah, give this to Ventic.
Welcome back.
Just to my little fuckboy.
I will do my best to help with whatever you need to know.
Ask questions.
Welcome. It is but once.
Okay, is it maybe because I have it in my bag? Is that it? Or did I actually drop it? I don't actually think I did. Did I from Olaf? Favorite? Did I by chance actually sell it to you? This is confusion. Confusion is great. Yeah, that's from... I'm confused. That's not it. It's not it either. How the fuck and where the fuck did I manage to lose the fucking note? I mean, it's not really that important because you get more. Quite easily, actually. I find myself, for once, actually somewhat confused. Because I swear to God, I had it in my inventory. Heck, I could actually watch my own stream back and see myself picking it up, but... Oh wait, there it is. I'm a fucking idiot, aren't I? Yep, I'm an idiot. It's now official. I have stupefied myself there for a second. Oh well. Happens to the best of us, I shall point out.
Hello again, and well
I
met.
brought you something you might be interested in. Your fear. Seems the plague was unleashed on us as part of some grander plot. Evil is around. May have worse trials ahead of us than the Wailing Death. The worse than Wailing Death, Ventic. Here players playing a trick on you with so-called evidence. Some grand conspiracy. This is no trick. Why the fuck would I even? You say, if anyone can write up a note, player. Perhaps you thought you could use the slip of paper to pry a reward from Ventic. Please, sister. How do you think players are the kind of woman who do such a thing? I think it's, yes, further investigation at the very least. The break is a trial sent by the gods to test our faith, not part of some secret plot to overthrow Neverwinter. Changing these conspiracy theories is a waste of time. No, I think actually Ventic should follow every lead if he wants to find out who's behind this, because that's obvious. Well spoken, madame. Players only Neverwinter's best interest at heart, tester. We're all on the same side. Rest assured that I intend to follow every lead in my efforts to find out who is behind the suffering of Neverwinter. Done well to bring this to me. It is an honor to serve Neverwinter. Lucky to have a woman like you to help us in this matter. Please, accept these 300 gold pieces as a reward. Thank you, Hendrik. You are a very, very generous boy. Might be a little fuckboy. Very best fuckboy to be very precise, but that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, because you gave me money. Money is good. Money is pleasant. I bet we could probably also go over to Olaf and go like, hey, I found some of the Halloween artifacts you were looking for. Take that out of my inventory, please, so I have some more space. Because, yeah, inventory space. Somewhat limited, but apparently.
Greetings to you again.
I have an artifact from one of the tombs. Oh, wonderful. Please tell me what it is you found. I have recovered the ancient chronicles of Never. An excellent find. Neverwinter will benefit from learning about its auspicious origins. Perhaps we can find historical precedent for the plague as well. As said, you have to be rewarded here. Take these 200 gold. It's not much. There's more to come. The efforts are appreciated. Light has been cast on Hallowed never in his life, but there's still more to find. I have further artifacts of his travels. Return to me if you find them. I shall reward you fairly. Lots more when they are recovered. I'll return when I find them. Because, you know, even a paladin, being a little zealot, can't survive off of, you know, love for their god, and technically speaking they probably can, because their face is going to protect them, but let's assume that even a paladin cannot survive off of, you know, love and bread and water alone. They might want something a bit more sustaining, so gold is good. It's the quintessence of the day. What do we learn here, children? Never say no to gold. Also, yeah, I do kind of remember how this particular fucking crypt is going to play out. Basically, you know, you get into a pretty big hall here, and I think there's actually some specialty to that boss fight. I think, yeah, it is, yeah. I remember something like that. I'm not precisely the mechanics though, which is always good. Jobs keep being like, yes, I remember this boss fight had a very specific mechanic that you kind of had to deal with, and then it's like, ah, but I don't remember the exact mechanic. This be great. Bam. Rucks and or booze. Heck, I am absolutely for the booze, man. Go get yourself some. You kinda do deserve that. Actually, you already deserved that yesterday, to be fair. And also, I will point out, I will probably get myself some nice cold beer myself. I think a bit of a reward when we actually finish this is in order, as they say. Bam. Murder! Murder most foul! Murder most deadly! Why am I not? Okay. Just took a while. I was about, why is my character not attacking? That would be kinda necessary to deal with that. Just took them a while, like, yeah, let's stare about this, you know, rotting abomination of flesh a bit longer, because, well, maybe that's just your thing. I don't know. Maybe my character has developed a strange fetish for zombies. Wouldn't be the, you know, strangest thing that has ever happened to an adventurer. Just one of them more crazy ones. Now that little weak zombie, you shall die first because you're easier to kill. And we deal with the big boy. Big boy die. Actually, considering how old this game is, you know, I'm actually still rather impressed that they actually have arrows that, while not completely and ever forever sticking inside the zombies, they actually do stick in them, and they actually hit them in different places and not the same place over and over. I mean, some poor fucker had to actually trade a way for the models to interact like that in different places. Probably not the most difficult task, mind you, but still, some poor fucker had to do it. Yo, zombie. Yeah. All of the evil ones always think you're going to die, and in the end they're dead themselves. Ooh, cry me. No, don't do it. The fact that I could actually stop her from opening the door. Very nice of you, game. Since you already killed me with fucking traps already. Oh, look at that, it's a ghoul. That's actually something a bit more annoying. Not quite on the level of a zombie lord, but annoying enough. Also, they have a tendency to give you very nasty buffs. In Baldur's Gate, actually, ghouls could completely paralyze you and then just fucking eat you while you could quite literally do nothing about it. There's quite a few character deaths at one point because of that. The key was found among the servants of Banana. Yeah, that's basically the second key. Basically, you have usually more than one option to find things, but of course, if you are a very classical adventure kind, then you will not just be happily peppily just take one route through a dungeon, but you will probably want to explore all of the routes, which means you will find all of the cool things. Yeah, rather enjoyable. Rather enjoyable indeed. Open sesame. Well, look, it's a treasure room. So who want to take a nice little bet if this is trapped, and trapped to fucking hell?
No can do.
And I figured. And I'm assuming if he can't do anything... I'm thinking to make Rust video. Do you mean the game Rust? Kinda remember there's a game like this, but... Not really, no. I mean... Doesn't really seem like my normal kind of thing. I have to do something that includes building shit up and stuff. I'd rather play Valheim, honestly. Let's save the game, because this is going to kill me. Can you do something about this, though? Right, mi amigo, I must depart, for I need not to be sober. That's a fucking fair point, my friend. You go right ahead and get yourself a nice cold one. And, really fucking enjoyed it. I would say you deserve it after all of the fucking nonsense. But yeah, I shall drink one myself in a while, so I shall very much cheers in your direction when it is time for that. Can you open that, please? You cannot. Okay. But yeah. Have a good one. Lil Kronos. And I'll see you around. Fair enough. Start with one and go from there. Don't overdo it though, because remember, if you're still, you know, knocked out on Sunday, you might run into a bit of a problem. But yeah, I don't think I need to deal with this. You're freaking old enough to know how to deal with this shit. Do what you please. Don't worry, it's not like I am, you know. Gotta stay fucking sober today. I have a work week behind me that had an average of fucking above 10, around 12 hours maybe, so yeah. I'll be fine, lol. I'll message you tomorrow, mi amigo. You do that, I'll be around. As usual. Actually, I will be around in the morning time for me, so middle of the night for you, and then I'll have the afternoon shift, so I'll basically be around the same time as usually. So don't be surprised if you hear from me a bit, you know, later. But basically around at the same time that I was today is what I wanted to say, but apparently I needed to make this fucking conversation unbelievably more complicated than it needed to be. Might be like, but why? Why did you feel the need to do that? I would have no good answer for you, honestly. See, this is why I want to see it with me, because if I stand doing this, you meet on the internet. Me and the Kronos, well, we did indeed. You could say that we're actually in the same business about streaming. And, well, I guess it was, considering how large the internet is, a pretty much lucky meeting. And, well, long story short, we get along pretty damn well, to the point where we actually have a co-op play date on Sunday. And we have something quite special planned for this Sunday. It will be hilarious, to put it mildly. I will not spoil it for you. If you want to see what it is, come along and see, because it's going to be some cringe in there, I can tell you that much. But yeah, the Kronos is, generally speaking, pretty damn cool and nice guy. I will admit, to be fair, he had a bit of a fucking bad day, so for the moment at least, you know, do yourself a favor and don't provoke him unnecessarily. It's gonna backfire rather harshly. Then again, if you don't do something really stupid, he usually doesn't tend to overreact. Actually, he's pretty damn flexible. Ah, now come on. I do love that the mummy actually managed to fear my little halfling, but not me. Yeah. I kind of feel the need to heal myself. Mummy does kind of hurt. That's one of the higher undead. It's just challenging, but it is one of the higher undead, which means it has a good reputation, considering that it just uses its fucking fists. I would assume that some rotted fists and some bandages would not do much damage, but then again... strong enough to beat through my plate armor, that it is. Which is kinda how, you know, the fucking damage system in D&D works. Technically speaking, there are better RPG systems that handle armor a bit better, honestly. But, alas, we can't really do much about that. Since, you know, I can't really change the rule set that is in this nice little system. I don't think you need a new name, my little one. I think you need to really chill out for a bit. As I said, don't make me tap out of the game, because I really don't like to do it with a game that does has a tendency to crash. Even if I save, I don't really want to go through the hassle of restarting it again. So, you know, let that particular joke rest for a bit. Just as I said, do you really want me to go out there again? As I said, you know, I'm a patient man and I want you, and I even gave you a nice little time to cool off. I will probably not get away with a cool off period again. Find yourself a new joke that you want to play with. How about that? Running through the crypts of death. Oh look, it's an animated armor. How pleasant. Just as much pleasant as the fact that I can't actually reach it. That doesn't seem to be too bad.
Here comes halfling death!
Why do you want to die so much, little Tommy? I mean, I get it, you're a halfling, and I would probably want to die too if I were in your shoes. You would have to put a lot more context into that particular sentence, my little nutty one. No, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Okay, dokie.
Because, you know, well, you might not have any interest in doing that. I will once again point out, in pretty much every bloody country that I know of, impersonating someone is still a crime, and I really would like to avoid any potential trouble for the little nutty boy just for something this stupid. Because if you encourage him, and he will do it, at some point he will do it to somebody who will take it fucking far. That's not something I would like to do. I'm actually thinking about everyone's side on this particular point. And as I said, there are a million more funny things. Actually, look up a funny name for yourself, find it and use it. Make me actually laugh with your decision. That would be something I would enjoy. Now, we're getting fucking close to that boss fight, and I can't remember how this one actually goes. Now, while I'm sitting here talking like no one's business, I am kind of trying to remember how precisely the mechanics for that boss fight work, but I can't for the love of me figure it out. I remember running around a bit. Hey, you don't even need to agree with me, just, you know. We're all here to have a bit of good old-fashioned fun, and fun is a very important thing, so let's do that, shall we? Because, you know, I kinda would like if people would, you know, keep their little shit shows away from my streams. Because, you see, when you have a nice little work schedule like me, and you basically get, like, you know, an hour of playtime on normal days, and this is one of the few days a week where I can actually play longer. To be fair, I kind of stretched it this week a lot more than I should usually stretch it, to be fair. And I would rather like to enjoy that very much, so. Might be a bit egoistic, but, you know, hey, it's my thing. I kind of want to enjoy it. Okie dokie. Oh, look, it's little Kevin. Again and again. Oh, Kevin, that's not a bad name. I can live with that.
It's done.
Yes, I know it's done.
Okay, dokie.
You can read, little halfling. But Masha, I need to tell you. I need to tell you that I actually opened it. I can read. Open lock success. Like, but Masha, don't do this to me. I'm just a halfling. I have no friends. Yeah, it's almost like halflings are kind of in the D&D world where that's a bit of a running joke that not even in just in D&D, actually in Pillars of Eternity too. You want to ask me something? Oh, sure, go ahead. I will keep the right to answer to myself until I see what you actually want to ask, but yeah, sure, go ahead. You can try. Let's do a little test, shall we? If we approach this here and we try to rest. Yep, there are indeed enemies in there, and we shall use this system to go back and rest a bit, because I am sure that's where the boss fight happens. That means we need to be somewhat prepared for that. I want to maybe buy some more healing. I mean, I don't think I need to necessarily. And I still have some medium and I have some harder hitting stuff basically if I need it. And I'm planning to make some little event with your subs. Well, it depends honestly. I mean, if it's just a bit of a good old-fashioned a multiplayer fun you're looking for, I am willing to play with people. Not really a problem from my point of view. If I'm thinking about something a bit special, then there will be a bit of celebration on, you know, rounded numbers, like, you know, when you reach like 50 or 100 or something like this, because, well, it's kind of, you know, gives you an excuse to celebrate. Drink a bit with chat, which means that you can actually, you know, see me live in the next when I'm actually somewhat drunk, which can be fun, mind you. See that people. Kinda would like them to be dead. Now, since I actually don't... Okay, there's Gulnan, there's a thing, pedestrian. I kinda remember that we need to destroy it. Yeah, the exact details and stuff is pretty much, well, up for discussion. If you have a good idea for what would be a nice little community event, you know, you can tell me. I will consider it. And if it's something we can reasonably do, I'm not opposed to trying. If you can behave yourself. Ah, 2,000 points. I mean, that's neato cheeto. But that's also very nice of you, but I mean, I can't stop you from doing that, but I don't really think that's how I, you know, want to run my thing. Because, you know, this is basically a hobby of mine. I don't really do it to force success necessarily. And also, I think it would get me probably in the long run into more trouble than it's actually worth. Yeah, thank you for the offer, very nice of you, but I'm feeling rather well where I am right now. And I think the 20 or so I have that in subscribers on YouTube, that's rather appropriate for my station. But hey, that's a bit of a weird offer, but I suppose you mean well, and that I shall count in your favor. Rolling initiative. Ugh. Like pen and paper. I may be like, why the fuck is he running around like an idiot and not going to the obvious boss fight? Because, well, I don't know how the precise boss mechanic works, and if that boss decides to, well, you know, run around the room and drags me into every bloody last zombie there is, I would much rather, you know, do something that you can see. What can I see? Who can I see? Missed something? I missed something! LFP, what is wrong? Tell me! Stone altar hums with energy. It would not take much to shatter the stressed structure. Okay, we'll make a save game. Oh yeah, I think actually you need to bash this. Because otherwise that bitch is going to continuously summon bloody zombies on me or something like this. I remember that. Hope that wasn't a fucking mistake I just did. I mean, you know, worst case scenario, I'm just going to fucking reload and be, you know, over and done with, but... And I think as soon as I'm actually close enough to her, she's going to run up to me. That you can see. Oh, you mean Kevin. That still would leave the question of what sort of subject is he supposed to be seeing. You actually shot the boss monster, you mongoloid of a bloody freaking idiot. I'm not supposed to shoot the boss monster yet. My deal. I was about to fucking prepare with drinking some fucking potions and stuff. I mean, I do get attacks of opportunity whenever she casts a spell, which is neato. She's like, "Ow, you hit me!" Yes, I hate you. You hit my halfling. Surprisingly, I don't care. I love that she just goes like, "Ah, I'm dying." Also, she really is focused on that halfling. Maybe that's how to put it mildly, a bit of a, you know, grief. The past lives, like goddamn halflings. Visions can lie, you should know that. Do I want to kill the summon shadow first? I kinda don't feel like it. Actually, I feel like teleporting out and coming back with my little helper. Okay, how many healing spells have you prepared, lady? Because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be having that much. I can deny whatever I want because I'm awesome. She eats damage like a bitch and she's still not dead. Oh, that's for my fucking bark skin. I kinda figured she would try that. Not a problem. First rule of fucking combat: if summon bats get fucked if the master dies. Special holy water, a UNT heart. You know that the game is like brr, brr, and then stops as soon as you pick something else up. It's like, okay, you don't want to hear it, boss. I getcha. That's a long shot +1. Timmy, she's strong. She's dead. She's dead now. Now I do remember something like when you actually have that, because that's what I think to remember, if that fucking altar is still around, she gets empowered by it a bit more, which makes this fight a lot more annoying than it needs to be, so... I think you're either supposed to be destroying it beforehand or actually understanding, because as soon as you weaken her enough, I think she runs over, she's got like the power mine or something, you know, evil sounding like, and then you understand like, aha, I should probably deal with that. Which I kinda did. Probably because of some buried memories of dealing with it. Yes, I know. You saw the light and everybody was there and your family was like, oh god, not this guy, and you were pulled back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
You have done
indeed.
a great thing in recovering the first of the reagents for us.
I do wonder. I mean, you know, I have very, very strangely formed breasts, to put it mildly. They are perky to a degree that you would normally not assume.
Small step towards
I wonder if that's the same actually for her model. I wonder if there's actually just one, you know, female model. Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, a bit difficult to see. Yeah. Can't run into you, can I? Well, I can to some degree, but not much. I maybe strafe into you. Yeah. I need to go. Goodbye. Well. Goodbye, little Kevin. It was something to have you around. Reminds me a bit of, you know, Rising Kids. Slightly.
Welcome back. It is but one
Hey.
small step.
Could be worse, shall we say. Let's actually sell ourselves first this time and actually find out. Get a closer concentration. Great, because I cast so often in fucking combat. Like never. To be fair, I actually had the precise other experience when I actually played a mage where I was like, oh, I really would like some gloves of concentration or some gloves of, you know, greater concentration, and I found fucking nothing from the very first glove that you kind of find in the academy. Kinda, you know, a thing. I'm all comfort. I do know that Kevin is 7 years old, right? Well, let me put it like this. either is a 7-year or 8-year-old one, or alternatively, he acts like one. Now let me ask you, which is worse? Potentially. Actually get more armor out of that. And I lose weight, which is priceless. Well, to be fair, I'd rather him being, you know, a child than acting like one. Yeah, what was the invisibility? I was about to say. Probably can't use that, can I? That's a quest item as far as I remember. Yeah, we need to kind of go back and tell him that his brother is kind of dead. Kind of dead even. And we have a spike helmet, but we already have a spike helmet, so guess there's not much use to be gained here. The torch is neat because you can actually burn the piles of corpses with it, but you know, apart from an aesthetic thing, it doesn't really do anything. Since especially this plague is somewhat magical, it is not going to stop the plague, let's just say. Now then, let's finish the main quest and the side quest, as is good tradition.
One small step towards our ultimate goal, but it gives me hope. And I know with your help, Neverwinter shall yet be saved.
Well, I mean, I'm a freaking hero, so that's kind of how it goes. As you should know. So, I've recovered one of the regions.
Well done. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Of course you knew that. Explain about the UNT in the beggar's nest.
I heard of the trouble in the beggar's nest. This malevolent thing was behind it, as if the plague was not enough.
To be fair, we kind of wanted to kill her for ingredients, so to some degree she kind of acted in self-defense. That whole, you know, murdering all of Beggar's Nest basically to turn it into zombies, not so nice. And maybe taking self-defense to a very extreme amount, but still.
Where others have found only failure, you have discovered shining success. Neverwinter
shining.
is in your debt.
You mean it is again in my debt? What happened? What happened? Ah, let me see. Oh, little Snowy. He is now followed on the Twitch side. That is very nice of him. I appreciate it, man. That is indeed very nice of you.
Battling the plague has drained the coffers of Neverwinter. I regret
I shall name one of my children after you the next time I play Crusader Kings. Just because I can. Bit hard to do that in, you know, other games. I would offer you to you now. Be the name of a division, also a brigade in Hearts of Iron, but I have a tendency to lose those, and I would kinda like you to, you know. You are doable not to be killed off in-game immediately. That would be kinda sad. Strange covers, but yeah, thank you. Most generous 500, I'll take it.
Is there something else you need?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I will do my best to help with whatever you need to know.
Do we have any information as to where the creatures might be?
There are many rumors, and I would not like to give you any false leads. However, there is something that seems reliable. The City Watch reports a near rebellion in the Black Lake district. The commoners claim the nobles have found a secret cure. Perhaps it is related to the creatures.
Well, you don't say.
But there is no guarantee the reports are accurate. The creatures could be in any one of the city districts. I shall leave it up to you where you want to take your search.
So we already know where to go next. No, technically speaking, you don't have to listen to Aribeth. You can go to any district at any time if you want to, but he's basically there to give you the normal route, basically. It's kind of the route the game is built around, basically. How you're supposed to be doing it, and it makes also the most sense, because, well, then you kind of, you know, get the conspiracy bit by bit, spot by spot. But hey, a game, especially a freaking RPG game without freedoms, is kinda annoying. Total Beggar's Nest is significantly safer, thanks to you. I will earn you great respect. Yes, I'm a great person. As I said, we will be a great person and a very noble goody two-shoes for a while, and we shall fail horribly and become evil for it. I will have to actually think up a nice little backstory that I will tell you before we start the next module. It will be kind of fun. Know what's been happening, but the undead have dropped off completely. Not much for us to do here now. I don't even have to worry about my missing man. Fortress made it back in one piece. Thanks to you if you had anything to do with that. Break is still a concern, of course, but there are things being done elsewhere for that. Just hope I don't get used to the stink of burning dead before we need it. Well, to be fair, it was a UNT named Gulan who caused it all. UNT? Well, what the hell was one of these doing in Neverwinter? Wait, was that one of the water-avian beasts brought in? Damn them all. Now we need to cure it all, but I lost good man to that zombie horde. Blast it. Let that snake beast loose. Get some answers when I file my report. I guess this should be fine, for now. Okay, he has not much to say, apart from the fact that, yay, my boy came back and I'm all happy now. And you might remember that, well, not so pleased brother we met, and we are going to tell him that, well, sadly his brother is dead. Don't remember which house precisely, but there aren't that many, so shouldn't really take that long to find him. Then we're going to go to the tavern again. Yeah, that's where the baker was. I think you actually need that recipe for one of the companion quests, so maybe at least. I don't fully remember, to be fair. I do know that every one of your companions has quests, and I do think that, for example, little Tommy here actually needs the official papers we have.
Hi there.
Well, at least the zombies have stopped. You know anything about that? A word from my brother. He was mixed up in some cult. Just like to know where he is. Torin has never been gone this long. We happen to buy the estate in the Northwest. Well, this is my problem. No, it's not. It's not. I found him. I found his ring in the cult hideout. Recognize it. That was my brother's. He always had it with him. He's dead. I know it. Thank you. At least now I know. Yeah. I've been more than helpful. Take this. Yeah, farewell. That's not being an asshole. Honestly, as I said, I try to be a good person. A good person wouldn't fucking ask for more. Just from a grieving man who just realized he had lost his brother. That ain't nice. No reason to go there, no reason to go there. There's the barricaded home, but I don't think there's any reason to go there. He said he can't enter the academy again. I do like in the background that I still hear some fucking moaning fucking zombies. I guess not all of them are dead yet. Technically speaking. That was the home where the strange dwarf was, wasn't it? And actually that's still him that, you know, he can run along now because everyone is dead. Apparently he doesn't want to hear about the fact that everyone is dead and he could run away now. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it indeed. As for the rest, Shining Serpent. I want to go in here. Don't really want to talk to the fucking Hellmites. I mean, you have seen how Desta reacts when we actually bring up some proof that somebody might be involved in a bit of a, you know, conspiracy here. I don't trust those guns. I mean, I mistrust Desta, and by definition that means his whole order is basically, you know, not trustworthy. Basically. Yo, Herman, that's me.
I knew you'd help us buy Williker's whiskers.
I'm a nice person, I know.
Heard about what you did before and knew you'd take care of business.
My fame precedes me. Everybody's like, yeah, you're a good person. Are you a fan of RPG games? Basically, a fan of RPG games from the early hours on. If you found anything important that Mess reported to Aribeth, she's keeping score. Some such. Killed the creature that caused the undead. She turned it into Aribeth. Good, she'll know what to do with it. I'm meant to be rewarded for my efforts. Fair enough. An Arab is more keen on duty as its own reward. Me? I like coins. Yeah, 500 for you. And an item that I was saving for just the right person. You are a hero. And likeable too. Thank you very much. Basically, I started playing RPGs way back on, you know, Super Nintendo and stuff. Very old RPGs. Some of those fucking
We could count on you to repeat your success in this.
Japanese ones in the original language, where I actually had to have a guide along to actually tell me what the fuck does what. But hey, did had a nice person who actually allowed me to play around with that. And then, you know, PC gaming came along, and well, with it came Baldur's Gate. Well, ever since then I have a bit of a penchant for not only the Eastern but also the Western variant. And since this one here is basically the most direct successor to the Baldur's Gate series, as far as anyone should be concerned. Yep. Kinda how you arrive where we are right now. Now then, we shall go back into the church and, well, at least we can heal up. That's this thing. Oh, nice. You gave me back the ring that I gave you as proof that your brother is dead. That's great. I shall sell it for some money. If you have a game called Project Zomboid. Little Snowy. If you look at the little thing that is my YouTube channel, I know it is little, and there's a playlist. There are at least 5 or 6 episodes of Project Zomboid in there. I can tell you that much. It is great fun. Really great little game to play around with. Honestly, at first I wasn't really into it. Yeah, first episode was kind of like, okay, it's kind of meh. Not much to do. And then I was like, this is actually fucking fun. I had a whole episode where I drove around in a little Corvette thing and just looked for the border of the fucking map. But, you know, that might not sound like much, but it was fucking fun. I may be playing the game wrong because I guess you're supposed to be doing on the Hall of the Survivor thing. But, alas. Instead, I found my own fun things to do. Nice.
During the recovery of the second reagent. I believe I heard Lord Nasher himself humming the tune in the halls.
Awesome.
People are beginning to take notice of you.
Now to think about it, that too also has multiplayer, hasn't it? Now that I think about it. More armor. Now the good thing about the older systems is that AC actually stacks. Now if this were Baldur's Gate, we would be at minus AC at this point because Baldur's Gate actually counts your AC downwards, so the less AC you have, the better. In later systems, like for example Baldur's Gate's successor, the Neverwinter Nights, which we're playing now, a higher AC is of course what you wanna have. Kinda, you know, one of those fun little facts of life. It's like, aha. Which caused real confusion, because when I came from Baldur's Gate and I started this game, I was really confused why my fighter, started as a fighter I think the first time, had such a high AC. I was like, he must be broken because I'm a fighter, I shouldn't have such a fucking high AC. Well, I was surprised when I realized that they're actually counting up those guns. Do we have actually some nice amount of money at this point? We have. Might want to buy some healing. Now that I think about it. I don't think we really need to bother much with that. Can I actually use... no, I cannot. Can I use enter? Game's like... What do you think I am? Modern? Nope. Didn't think that for a second. And yeah, let's actually stop this up to 10. Now that I've actually thought about this game for a bit, I might actually find myself playing some more Zomboid in the near future, honestly. I wouldn't put a date on it, mind you, because I'm ready for the party. Which party, my friend? Which one? There are too many. I can probably drop this one, can't I? Yeah, it should be pretty safe here. And it gives me more inventory space. And once we're actually inside the Black Lake, we can actually do that side quest for the druid. And see if I missed anything. There's tomb. Still open because we haven't found all of the tombs yet. One of the tombs is actually very annoying to deal with, I remember that much. How many strong enemies in there? That's just completion of the main quest. Yeah, I think I actually have done everything. Now then, I shall make more save, because we have done our part for today. It took a whooping, actually are we time-wise? Oh, actually about 3 hours. Yeah, it's actually a bit longer than I had anticipated it would take, but I think that is a rather good progress we have made. We have successfully recovered another Rotterdamian creature to... now I have a bit of a décolleté apparently. Still, you know, looking at these triangular little titties reminds me very much of, you know, good old-fashioned Lara Croft in Tomb Raider 1 or so. That comes close, doesn't it? Oh well. Let's not go there. Excuse me. Need to drink something. Well then. This was, all things considered, rather fun of an episode. I do apologize for the little in between. It was kinda a bit of nonsense going on. Let's just hope that we all learned a lesson now. Do keep in mind, as I said, I'm a patient man by nature. Which means it's really not a good idea to test my patience, because, well, at some point it will stop. Just like that. And, well, I usually have a tendency to give precisely one warning shot, as is good old-fashioned marine tradition. You will get one shot in front of you, then you have an option of either stopping or, getting a full broadside. Which, on YouTube and Twitch terms usually means you get very much awayed. In a very not nice way. A bit like getting dragged into, a dark alley in the middle of the night. You will not get out of that unscathed. To put it mildly. Now that, of course, is very much in the sense of, a moderate option that Twitch and YouTube allow. I wouldn't deign physical violence a good option here. It's kinda too short-lived. The idea of vision is taking somebody's fun away. I found that to be rather satisfying. So yeah, keep that in mind. I know most people do not need actual reminding of that, because most people do behave somewhat, normal. Alas, well, in the end, still, we did what we set out to do. That is the most important part. And we shall, of course, continue our little adventure on next Friday, as it is Friday, the Western RPG Day. Some not normal. Yes, some are indeed not normal. As I said, I am patient, to a degree. However, since our little not-so-normal friend here has now already been warned by me once, and normally I have actually a bit of a hard time remembering names, but for some mystical reason, I'm also very good at remembering people that already have gotten a warning from me. I don't even need to write that down. Surprisingly, because normally I would need to, write down pretty much everything. Strange how that works, the human mind, isn't it? But the next time he does something very, very stupid, well, he might be, up and await. Not that I really want to do that, mind you, because usually I would like to, find a better solution somewhere in the middle, but alas. That is not my call to be made. That is indeed something you have to decide for yourself. But yes, tomorrow is Saturday. Saturday in the evening will be, as is rather usual actually, the Eastern variant. For the moment we're playing good old-fashioned, the first Grandia, which is actually my first time playing through the first one. So far it has been a rather fun game, and probably have a, also, nice 2 to 3 hour episode going with that one. And I do remember, little Snowy, that you actually wanted some multiplayer action in Stellaris. Now I will be relatively late, but I could probably squeeze in, an hour or 2 session of Stellaris if you want to, or otherwise we can decide on another date. I'm still kinda unsure of the shift plan for next week, because my partner has some problems with a sick child still. Well, actually the child is getting better now, the mother is sick, so his wife is being sick, and that's not good, because that means he's probably going to spend a bit more time outside of the store than usual. But hey, I might be able to get off at least an afternoon or so, maybe, so there's an option. I'm just gonna message you about that, and I can actually see something coming up. Now then, before I sit here for much longer and, just keep on rambling, because I can kinda do that pretty damn good, I shall bid you adieu for the moment. Have a good one and all of that, and, well, let me see in my nice little list of who dropped by. And let's keep that easy peasy. As for the left side, which is an ass, mind you, our dearest of little Twitch sites, we have, of course, the strategy member, an old and well-known face, dropping by again to basically split his attention between the little Cronoses and my own stream. To be fair, that's a good compromise in the middle. Then we have a little Kalian, who talks in fucking, strange speak, which I can't read, but I'm sure he was a nice fellow, and, well, he dropped out again. Next on Twitch side, and we have another known face actually from the other side, normally. A little snowy, now on Twitch too. Not only that, but he has also followed, which of course is very much appreciated. We shall thank him again, very much so. And now let us look on the other side, the YouTube side, which was a bit of a shit show for today, to be fair. Well, we shall call him, generally speaking, Kevin. What a fitting name, actually, for the little hyperactive one who came by. He's appreciated for that. I do wish that he keeps his temper a bit in check. Yes, let's put it like this. See, I put this very diplomatic. Isn't it something? Of course, we also find the Snowy in its natural habitat, namely on the YouTube side. He is now, just as the Kronos, everywhere. You can't avoid him. Last but not least, we of course have, well, the Kronos 2 being on the other side for not the nicest reason, but alas, the shit show's over, and that is all well and truly good as far as I'm concerned. Well then, is there anything else I needed to say? I don't think so. I think we have everything talked about. Yeah, if anything else comes up, I'm either going to post it on the little Discord thingy. So feel free to drop by there if you feel like it. Sure, no, a nice little thing. Same rules apply actually to that too, because, well, if you act like a dum-dum... Oh, there's a little Kevin. Well, yeah, good night to you too. Then, you also will get treated very nicely by me again. I mean, some people are into pain, I hear. But alas, I'd much rather be, well, if I had the choice, you know, between receiving and giving, I'd much rather deal out instead of receiving. I mean, maybe I would be able to compromise if you are a very nice and hard-breasted woman. To be fair, I might be willing to take some punishment from that. Potentially. Very much depends on how bloody freaking good-looking you are, but alas. The subject for a whole nother debate. Pretty sure most men can agree that you can have long-lasting debates about the particularities of our dearest of most gorgeous of genders on the other side of the spectrum. Alas. But hey, if anything else comes up, as I said, you can either wait until tomorrow, drop by, and I will probably, hopefully, remember announcing it, or the Discord, or... Actually, no, that's the two actually best options, because everything else is basically just something I don't really take a responsibility for, because I can't be asked to take that much in. Honestly, I'm not that good with technology and remembering how to actually use it. It's like, oh, yes. That there are other things. I don't know about them, and even if I know about them, I don't want to use them. Easy peasy. Yeah, once again, my people, thanks very much for dropping by. As for the, well, unknowable ones that have hidden along the lurking lines, do feel appreciated too, of course. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed, and, well, hope to see you all again soon, as in tomorrow or Sunday. I would really recommend the Sunday, because there will be a very much cringe-worthy and probably very amusing co-op stream with the little Kronos, and we have something special planned, so look forward to that. At the very least. Not to say that Grandia is not going to be interesting, mind you. Don't misunderstand me. Yeah.